Hey guys, welcome to Dungeons and Chickens, episode 14, the podcast where chickens fight back. So, it's been a little bit since we had an episode. So, last time, our heroes found themselves exploring a cavern. They were it was brought back a lot of ancient just feelings in the way that the world is very kind of muddled and currently and everything underground is more ancient and everything is kind of fucked up at the moment currently, especially when it comes to ancients and recorded history. So our heroes found themselves going down and exploring one of these caverns where firsthand they experienced one of these cave paintings, and they noticed that one of these cave paintings was in fact alluding to a god that depicted one of the monsters that went rogue. They then went and Delilah read a book that was on a pedestal in one of the rooms, which had sigils of the gods above it. And once read, it gave Delilah vivid imagery, along with a hulking stone golem coming at them. After narrowly defeating the stone golem, coming a few times to death, all thanks to Lyris, our heroes managed to go ahead and just escape the cavern, and once they were leaving, they found that the cave painting that was previously there was stolen by Humorous Marrow, assumedly, and the book was irremovable. And they just, wounded and licking their own wounds, they managed to escape this sort of tunnel entranceway, however you like to call it. And so right now they're in the foreboding bogs, emerging out of a hole and looking for a camping spot. And I believe at the last time we spoke, they did find a camping spot that was suitable, nothing too rough, just kind of enough stable ground in this swampy terrain. I did want to have two notes before we properly started this session. First off, our audio is a bit kind of whack today. Discord's being a bit weird with its quality. So if on YouTube or in the podcast we managed to kind of dip in quality a little bit, we're sorry. We're just kind of having to let it ride at this point. And secondly, Beatrix, I made a few changes to her character just because the way she was already in Roll20, she didn't fit the kind of characteristic I've been describing her or whatever. So I just did a little bit of a rework. So if you notice some stat changes and some number changes, that is why, because it is to make the character more fit the description and story that she is in.
Sweet.
Okay. So now that the homework is over with, I believe you guys are coming out of this cavern and going to find a suitable camping spot, which you just found.
Okay.
I'm crying.
Okay. Easy enough.
It's a good way to start off
successfully.
a D&D session. I'm crying, and that's my free action.
I'm dying. You're crying. I'm dying.
Oh yeah, last session was really fun.
Thanks.
Last session was so fun.
I'm trying to understand why I can't cut a stone golem with a metal sword. That's fine. All right, so what sort of time is it?
So it's pretty much nighttime. You guys went into this hole or whatever. I would say like about around maybe like mid evening or like midday. So when you come out, it's you've been in there for a while fighting monsters and stuff. So I would say it's approaching like 8 o'clock at this point. You arrived kind of late into it.
All right, so I'm going to start setting up my bedroll. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to kind of just go over to Delilah and just hand her one of my rations, pat her on the back, and go, "Don't worry, I reckon the worst is over."
Goes over to the crying person, not the dying person.
I gave you some healing. I laid my hands on you.
You did what to her, Charlie?
Nothing.
Excuse me? Can't believe you've done this. Delilah is just kind of like, keeping to herself at this point.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We did speak to you? I'm trying to remember now, and I apologize as well. I know it's been a little while since our last session. Did we actually get a chance to speak to you about what you saw in the vision? We did, didn't we? Yeah. So we know that. All right. So I turned to Beatrix whilst we're kind of, just generally people are setting up camp and stuff. And I say, So Beatrix, we're here now. We're at the Foreboding Bogs. We're here, because remember that Mr. Woodway guy? Remember him? He said that we can find the secret to your powers here, and that that's the key to getting him to remove this hex from you. I mean, I'll be honest. We've seen creatures like we've seen tunnels like that up in Aspecia. Does any of this mean anything to you? Because obviously, you need to take the lead here on what we're looking for, or are we literally just searching for a needle in a haystack?
Okay. One moment.
God.
He rolled his dice. We're all gonna die.
Beatrix trips.
Beatrix is interrupted.
16 for an Arcana check. It's from what I've heard in passing by of Argonon's stories. It has been difficult for me to get a full grasp of what kind of situation we're dealing with here. I do know that this land is mainly untouched because of a lot of the dangers here, but I do think we would be quite ignorant to just think that this land is dangerous only because it has monsters in it. I think somehow the dangers here are mixed with what is here and what is buried here and what the ruins are here. There is the biggest excavation site, although it is Aspecia, in fact, is the main excavation land to figure out, the Earth or the planets, and figure out how hollow it is, and generally to explore it. This is more of a area of ancient history. It's more like comparing this is more of an archaeological dig site with, a planet exploration area.
Okay, well, my main issue is, this is a large area, and don't get me wrong, our objective is to as quickly as possible get that hex off your back and make sure that you're going to be safe. But obviously, we need to make sure that our primary goal here is to raise that army, get back to Aspecia, and stop these creatures from taking over the world that we've grown to know. Do you have any idea what we might be looking for? From your past, do you recall anything about how you got your power, or is there anything that maybe connects you to your power that might lead us? Or are we literally just going to be searching the Foreboding Bogs blind?
Currently, I am, from me and my sister's past, we're not really much connected to ancient history. We're kind of just brought in as a religious cult, basically, that have now been under weird circumstances. So there would be nothing from my past that would indicate that we need to find something here. But I would say that if what we're looking for Mr. Woodway decided that we were to be finding information for him and finding anything of note to him, and I believe that he just wants information. And I think the largest source of that information here would be the ruins marked, and she kind of like points in general direction of where the ruins are, which are they're just like the massive structure and near the sea. She says, over there is the largest excavation site. And while a lot of people have not dared to go there, there have been groups that have gone there and have come back with, well, a lot of them have been scarred beyond belief. There have been legends that people that go in there don't come out the same.
At this point, I turn, look at one of our crewmates crying, turn to the other one, see that she's almost dead, turn to you, notice that the hex is slowly taking over your back, looks at me and my pathetic sword that can barely damage stone, and just look up and go, I'm sure we'll be fine.
I don't know if Discord just completely broke then.
It did, but don't worry, the recording will have still heard me because obviously the recording of my voice is directly from me.
We missed the funny thing. What did you say?
So
and silence.
I looked at you crying, looked at Bunny almost dead, looked at Beatrix with the hex taking over her back, looked at my sword and how useless it is against stone golems, and then looked up and went, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yes, definitely.
I am still genuinely afraid of what I am imbued with. I don't know the full capacity of what I have. This is power that I have only recently just had. I only got it about a year ago. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And occasionally I'll be able to harness it when I'm in deep stress, like when I was in the Woodway Manor when I used my magic on you and when I used magic on the stone golem and other combat
Thanks for
situations.
That, by the way, wink.
You're welcome. She kind of like smiles and like kind of, like rubs her arm, just kind of like sorry, but like,
yeah,
what, and she's just, but I don't get what's going on. And unlike many of you were able to harness your magical capabilities at will, it's hard for me to believe that in general I can remain calm and stable because I don't want to hurt anybody anymore.
Well, if things get too stressful, just make sure you're pointing your finger in the right direction. That's all I can ask.
Just say that one more time.
Yeah, I can say it again, didn't I?
Yeah, but like all we heard was you guys saying finger in. Like, what?
So I said, well, if things get too stressful and you can feel the power growing, just make sure you're pointing your finger in the right direction.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
I swear to God, is this episode just going to be like, is there a title of the episode where it's just like every time Laris tries to make a freaking joke, it's like, nope, cut off.
It's just going to be, it's just going to catch everything that.
Oh, it's freezing again.
Euphemism. We're making euphemisms.
Discord died again.
Discord died. It came back when it said euphemisms.
Dungeons and Chickens episode 14, sex. that's the title. All right. Anyway,
we're gonna have to just keep playing through it as much as we can because I don't think, just for reference of those in chat thinking, why didn't they just do this? Chat for those in watching YouTube or the audio podcast, why didn't you just do this? We have tried using different channels and it still seems to be the same, so we don't know why it's doing it, but anyway. All right, so after some scuffed up jokes just to try and make people laugh, as I kind of start to kind of get into my bedroll, I just kind of look at, kind of like just addressing everyone and say, well, if it's all we've got to go on at the moment, in the morning, we'll head towards the ruins. The quicker we can get in there, the quicker we can get out, the quicker we can get Beatrix's hex off, the quicker we can get an army somehow, and the quicker we can solve this all.
Wow, sounds so easy to save the world.
As you are kind of announcing this, and you kind of feel like a doo-doo, doo-doo in the distance. And you can kind of just feel like the pitter-patter of rain kind of start to come down all around you. And indicating that it kind of comes down, slightly at first, becoming a drizzle, but then it comes into like a sort of heavier rain. And you can have a feeling that there can be a larger storm throughout the night as well.
You just hear Lyris lying down in his bedroll, like facing straight up, the rain pounding down his face, and you just hear a massive and just under his breath, stay wholesome, stay wholesome, stay wholesome.
Delilah's just like, at least they can't see me crying now. It's just the rain.
So how are you guys going to? Are you guys just going to camp out and just sleep in the mud?
Wait, where's Salem?
Well,
is Salem rolling around in the mud?
Yeah, I was going to say, where's my animal?
No, Salem was waiting at like the entrance or something like that.
Yeah, Saul was with him as well.
Yeah,
sorry, Salem is a her.
Yes, it's the same.
Change gender.
So Salem is loving this. She is very much enjoying this. But every time you guys like make a step at this point, it's a step and it's a muddy footprint already. Like it has always been in this swamp, but now it's like starting to like fill up with water. So now it's becoming this like muddy slosh or whatever, and it's hard to sit down in. Otherwise, your clothes will be like ruined.
Correct me if I'm wrong, or is this in a different episode, or am I getting my memory mixed up? Didn't I go? Didn't the end of the last episode, I was purposely searching for a tree where it had a tree with a decent canopy. So we're kind of like we're backed up to the tree with the roots and stuff. So where
that was in the Ashen Lands.
That was also in my D&D campaign.
Oh,
that was
whoops.
the last thing you did in that one.
Oops, there you go. Game
Oh,
up.
yeah. Did it twice. But yeah, so right now you guys are basically just sitting in this like what was stable ground and now is kind of becoming more and more muddier. Is it kind of like you guys kind of like if you sit down, you basically sink in the mud a little bit, sink like in half an inch.
Memory
Like a
foam.
waterbed. Yeah.
If it was going to drown you to death, yeah. But any specific things you guys are going to look for or try and do?
Describe, is okay. I mean, I'll probably do the same thing. So Lyris kind of sighs, sits back up, and says, "Hold your ground, guys. I'll look for somewhere that's going to be better for the night." And can I roll some form of check to kind of just go for a little bit of a search and see if I can find some form of decent canopy or like, slightly higher ground, something that's just going to be a little bit less squidgy to sleep on?
Squeak.
Go ahead and make a perception check to look for stable trees.
16.
So in this area, a lot of this is swampland, and although trees are few and far between, you do occasionally find the tree there are like some that are uprooted and some that look pretty weak and withered at this point. You feel feeling that most of the stuff that is here, this is pretty like this does not really support positive signs of life, but you do find a tree that, although it is dead, very much so, it doesn't really have much of a canopy. It is deeply rooted in the ground enough that you can think that you would, if you were to, lay up against it, it wouldn't like tip over or something like that. It wouldn't.
And it's going to be
looks
drier
pretty
ground.
stable.
Like, because
Yeah,
where the roots come up.
Yeah, it's gonna be drier ground. It's more solid to sit on and
Cool.
stuff like that.
In which case, I walk back to the group and kind of gesture them and say, "Look, I know it's late. I know we just want to get some sleep, but none of us want to wake up in the morning with, muddy, wet clothing. So I found this place over here. Come join me, and we'll try and get some rest." And I kind of beckon Salem and to come with.
I kind of drag my feet as I follow.
Yeah, Laura's kind of just.
I mean, this mud is probably like waist height for me and Laura.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's waist height, but it's like you step and then you like sink half an inch, so like your foot's enveloped basically, and then you're anybody who has a cape, it's very, very much muddy now.
Oh fuck!
Oh god damn it! My white cape.
So yeah, your white clothing, Laura, is very much soiled now.
It's a perfect disguise.
So
No.
And at this point, you manage to arrive under the tree. Well, you are still being rained on, but at least you're not sinking into the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lay down my bedroll and say, "I'll happily take the last watch till morning. If someone else is happy to take the first."
No, thank you.
I almost died.
Beatrix?
Yes, I was at a distance for most of the fight, so I can do it. I can. Yeah. So you want to just do 2 watches, but each of ours is longer.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Okay. So I would say, Charlie, okay, so because you need 8 hours for a considered long rest, each of you guys would be spending 4 hours on watch or whatever. So if you want to split it half.
Yeah, so basically, do you want me to do it this way? So of the hit points that I'm missing, where I would have gained all of them, I'll gain half. So right now I'm on 22 hit points. My maximum is 47. So the deficit is 25. So if you're happy for me to split it evenly with the slight positive, that means that I'm going to gain 13 hit points. You happy with that?
So what you can do, Charlie, is you can use your hit dice for a short rest to just regain your HP that way. You can use all your hit dice to regain your HP if you want.
So that's I have 4 of those. Can I roll them individually and see or do you want me to roll I have to roll a set number, or can I roll one at a time to see if I need the others?
No, you can roll them all at once to see how much HP you regain.
Okay, so I can roll 4d10. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go for all 4d10. Boom. 24, perfect. So that's...
Yeah, so you regain 24 HP.
Oh, wow. So that's that leaves me literally 1 away from my max. That's cool.
Okay.
And what about my spell slots if I'm doing half? If I'm doing a short rest?
So I believe you can click short rest right on the game, and it'll give you a short rest.
Anyone know where that happens? I've never actually done that before.
I mean, don't you guys click a button for a long rest and that really regains everything, or just
No, that's
okay,
on
then
we manually
not
reset.
on roll 20.
We manually reset.
Then don't worry. Then don't worry about it. Charlie. I don't. I mean, unless any of your spells say can be regained by short rest, I don't think any paladin spells can be regained by short rest.
I mean, my spells they don't say about long or short rest. It's just that. So the only thing that is determined by rest is lay on hands, which says what does it say about it? I'm just going to put it in the chat so I can just read it. I'm pretty certain that said something about it before. Yeah. So I don't.
When you take a long rest.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna get any of my lay on hands back, which is currently a 0. Spell slots, I don't know because each individual spell doesn't actually say when you get it. It's just spell slots in general.
Then that assumes that it needs a long rest to regain. So Charlie, if you were up for 4 hours and Beatrix is up for 4 hours, neither of you guys would get your spells back.
Fair enough. I mean, actually, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I would say I think Beatrix, because I'm trying to keep track of her spells. I believe she used all of hers, so she doesn't have. I think I'll just say because I didn't get a chance to go back and look, but I'll just say she has 3 first level spells left.
Okay,
and that's it.
And I have no spell slots. I can hit things,
correct.
guys. That's all I can do. I can bonk things.
And okay, and I believe she was relatively unharmed almost that entire time. Yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
So, all right. So Charlie, I believe because you didn't get a long rest, you and Beatrix would also get a point of exhaustion. So that gives you that gives you disadvantage on all ability checks.
I mean, can I ask Beatrix? I mean, do one of you two want to share a little bit of the night for this?
Fine. Yeah. I mean, Laura, I think because I can't remember if it's because I'm elven. I don't have to have. Are
you half elven or elven?
I'm half.
Yeah, half elves don't meditate.
You're half elven, 8 hours. Elves only take 4.
Yeah, I forget. I'm mixing the two up.
Yeah, no worries. That's why I'm here.
If 3 of us were to take a watch, would that be enough for all 3 to be able to get?
That would be enough. That would be enough for all you guys to rest. Yes.
All right. Which one of you wants to take the brunt?
I'll do it.
Oh, Laura's so nice.
Yeah.
But I would still like to take the last one specifically.
Okay, so Charlie. So nobody gets a point of exhaustion. Charlie, you're gonna get all your hit dice and spells back, and so is Beatrix.
I think we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So Beatrix, Laura, then me.
Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and do a round of perception checks for watch.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to be like, with that being said, we're going to roll for initiative. I was about to be like, no, we're not. No, we're not.
With who? I haven't said anything.
I don't know.
Okay, just really Charlie, you're first. Roll perception check for me.
I said I was going to be taking the last watch. It's Beatrix, and Laura, then me.
Okay. 1 second. Yeah, sorry. That is a 17 for Beatrix to go ahead perception. And Beatrix does not notice anything. It's pretty boring. It is low light as well, so she does get a disadvantage. So she gets, that's actually a 10, actually, because of the low light. Because since it's raining, there's no time to set up a fire. So that's a 10, but nothing really seems to catch her attention or catch her off guard. Alora, you're up next. Go ahead and roll a perception check with disadvantage because there is no light.
But what about if
you have dark vision. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah,
right?
I have dark vision. Yeah, and I have fireballs.
Okay, so you can with your dark vision, it's just a straight roll. So go ahead and roll perception check for me.
17.
Okay, so nothing seems to disturb your watch either. It seems to be pretty peaceful out there.
Nice.
A couple of loud thunder, lightning strikes in the distance catch you off guard, but otherwise, you're all in the clear. And then Lyris, your turn. Go ahead and roll perception check. Since you're mortal, roll disadvantage.
Nat 1, which got a 2.
Natural 1.
Got 2.
You keep
blind.
watch. You're vigilant. You're very vigilant, right? But at a certain point, the darkness gets kind of piercing to you, and then you just kind of
Actually, can I role play this? Because I actually had an idea of why I wanted last watch. And it actually could work quite well with the reason of that one. Is so Lyris is obviously could tell that everyone's a bit beaten up, everyone's a bit emotional at the moment with everything going on. It's been a long journey so far. When was the last time we actually slept in a bed? So Lyris's plan is he wants to spend his watch in the morning. I'm not going to go too far away from camp because at the end of the day, he has to be close by for danger. But can I spend my one, which kind of makes sense that I'm not actually technically going to be watching the group within that one. Can I do some form of check to see if I can maybe find something that I can cook up for breakfast to try and put everyone in good spirits?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Don't say, oh, yeah, I've got to actually find something first.
with disadvantage, unless you have a torch, but...
no, I do not. I do have a torch, but I'm not going to light it because Lyris doesn't want to draw attention.
Okay, so go ahead and roll with disadvantage. Perception.
8. It's a shame. It would have been 19 otherwise, but 8 with disadvantage.
You do manage to find some sort of, like...
a single
dead trees or whatever, and you're kind of... It's very hard to navigate, but it's from what you can tell, it's hard to find anything without light at this point. I will say it is starting to become more and more brighter out. So if you want to go and make a second perception check as it becomes more brighter, so roll with just a straight roll.
Oh, to be fair, actually, this is the one I wish I had with disadvantage. Yeah, 18.
Okay, 18. So you find a tree, but under it has a couple of mushrooms. You are not aware if these are good to eat or not, but they are mushrooms. So you recognize those; they have been edible. So if you want to roll a nature check to see if you can identify them.
Yep.
Charlie found edibles.
11.
Let's go.
11.
You are recalling, and they, from what your knowledge, they seem to be fine.
See.
Do I find anything else, or
there's no way to know unless you try them.
Is that all I find? Just some mushrooms, yeah. Nothing else. A bird's egg or some berries. It's pretty.
This is a very barren and kind of dead land. It's. I mean, unless you're like getting ready to like snipe birds or something like that, and I don't think you'll get unless because you occasionally see like the crow pass by every once in a while. I mean, Saul is still chilling.
That's fine. So okay.
But unless you eat him, but I guess otherwise there's no food.
That's fine. So I take those mushrooms.
Salem is there too.
I pluck those mushrooms. I head back to camp whilst people are still sleeping. And then what I'm going to do is, what can I use to cook on? Do I have... I have a mess kit. Mess kit's like a cooking kit, right? Like, basic cooking kit is a mess kit. Is that right? I know, I've never used it yet.
Yeah, you can... Yeah, it's like basic cooking supplies, I believe.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, then we'll just... It's fine.
Presumably, we probably made some form of fire last night, or if not, I can make a little fire. But either way, basically...
You did not.
I'll make a little
camp. Because of the rain.
Can I try and make a little one this morning with some of the dry bark from the bark from the tree?
The rain has stopped, so it's damp out, but you can you have. I will say it'll take longer to light the fire because everything is damp, including wood. So, but you eventually can light a fire.
Yeah, I'm just going to light a basic fire. I'm going to use my mess kit. I'm going to cook up some of these onions. I wish I could season them, but I can't. I've got no salt. I'm going to just patiently be cooking them, waiting for everyone to wake up.
Okay. So while you were out doing that, and beforehand, before that even happened, when we begin taking watch, Delilah, as you drift off into one of the most deepest slumbers you have ever had in your entire life.
Oh, fuck.
After a few hours of dreaming, you're woken up by a voice.
Oh, this bitch.
What you seem to be. You will not take her. And it's confusing at first. And then you kind of open up your eyes a little bit more, and it's still a bit fuzzy. But you kind of look to your left, and you can see there is a female humanoid figure with purple eyes, full purple, actually, filling up the entire eyeball. And similar to what you have whenever you cast a spell. And this woman also has black lips, but with no black veins. She's wearing a purple robe that keeps close to her person and has a large white vertical stripe coming down the front. She looks like, and currently she does not have her gaze fixed on you. She has her gaze fixed on off in the distance, and as you kind of adjust your vision and look towards what she's looking at, you can see that she is looking at a Beatrix standing there, but with her body looks kind of limp and she's standing up. So imagine kind of like The Ring, where she's just kind of like standing up fully, but then like head kind of down like this, and just kind of head looking down and looking very limp and leaning forward. So with this being said, what would you like to do?
Go back to sleep.
I would like to look around and see if I can recognize anything else around me, like where my friends are, and am I really asleep or am I awake?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh no. I got a 9.
It is a deep purple void all around you, as if there's like nothing. You guys are standing. You don't even know what you're standing on. It's like you're floating in space.
Do I recognize the woman in the purple robe?
You recognize you've seen her. Although you have not formally seen her, you can recognize that a lot of the murals you've seen, and you can recognize her voice to be, as you've spoken to her before. You can recognize this as the Shar.
Shar, you fucking bitch!
You want to say that?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Yes, I would. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at her and I'm going to be like, Shar, you fucking bitch! What are you doing?
And so she goes, and she's looking at this figure, and she seems very like her hands are like outstretched basically by her side or whatever, and she's kind of as if she's kind of like holding her hand back, is about to like look like she's about to attack this thing. And she is kind of in like a defensive sort of stance, and she kind of like looks towards you and looks down or whatever, and she reels her hand back and she smacks the hell out of you, and she says, "Shut up. I am protecting you. Shut up. You follow my commands. I give you your power. You shut up."
Yeah, Delilah's just gonna kind of like, I'm guessing it was like a slap on like the face or something.
A slap in the face.
Yeah, a slap, but it seemed to be like it was you're just getting slapped by any other person, because you have a feeling it could have been more powerful, but she has bigger things to deal with.
Wow, I'm not very high on her priorities, like, at all.
And
yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like be cupping my face, like totally shocked, because yeah, like I've never seen Shar in front of me, so this is like
I've never felt Shar's touch.
And you've never seen the Shar have this sort of attitude or tone before. You've known the Shar to be a relatively manipulative entity, and while they are usually, kind of calm and somewhat, it's planned out, they are kind of just there to service themselves. And while they have never directly, they've made threats at you, but while they've never directly like hurt you in any way, this is the first time you've seen this entity so absolutely emotionally overwhelmed and what seems like angry and lashing out directly against you in form of violence and physical retaliation. You've never had this like this before, despite your rocky relationship with them in the first place. So, and you can kind of hear like and you kind of like look over, and the Shar kind of averts her gaze too, and she looks at Beatrix, and she's kind of like limp, and she's just kind of like occasionally when she'll be like, and she'll kind of like occasionally like her head will kind of like bob a little bit and like make that weird gurgling noise as she's kind of like held limp like a puppet held up by a string. And slowly you begin to see from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet, you can see her skin and all like begins to like unwind as like a ribbon being pulled off by a pole or something like that. It's like imagine just literally But the thing is, instead of like what you imagine to be like flesh and bone and what you believe to be under a person, it's just empty. It is a pure black void. This is like a black hole in like a humanoid figure. You can see, while you would assume this to be just nothing, it has like stars, as you can like small like dots of light within it, as if it's kind of like artsy and like just as if someone was like painted it manually or something like that. And it is, but this is like deep space, is what you can imagine. Like Starry Night, it's like that's what is going all throughout. And as this is kind of like uncurled, and you can see as like basically this ribbon that identified it as Beatrix is now basically just standing there. And at one at a time, you can see doom, doom. One at a time, these bright red eyes emerge from where the eyes normally would be. And you can see that this creature is now just looking up at you and looking at not the Shar, but looking at you, Delilah. And she's looking dead straight at you. It is looking dead straight at you. And this is the red eyes and this sort of starry body that you've seen before. Well, you may go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me.
Okay, as I roll this, I'd like to ask Shah, and I'd just like to say, what the fuck is wrong with my sister?
That thing is not your sister. It's a monster.
I rolled 17 on intelligence.
Okay. So for this entity that you're looking at, you can see that while it is in this space, it highly resembles what you saw looking at what you've heard described to you before in the woods, looking at you guys. And
I forgot about that.
And the eyes in particular lead you to make the connection that this is similar eyes to the elven man in your vision as well. So all these pieces are starting to come together, and as if someone like took the pieces and are placing it. But the star, this sort of the starry existence or whatever of its body is completely different. You've never seen that before. While the other creature in the woods was described as like wispy, and it was kind of a whole like a main like ghost, as if it was like a ghost or spiritual form. This is kind of like a full defined figure, but it has stars gone throughout it, and it has the eyes, and it is staring at you. And she says, "No." And the star just says, "No, do not take her from me." And then your vision goes dark. And you
Can Lyris be snoring at this point?
there's no it just fades, and then you immediately, just after you just jolt up out of your bed, and you're just kind of like look around.
Whose watch was it?
And
at
you
that
can
point?
see at this point it would be the end of Beatrix's watch.
Oh, I thought
It was pretty early on.
Oh, we're saying that this happened during the watches.
Yeah.
We kind of went back in time a tiny bit.
This was shortly after I fell asleep.
Oh, what is going on there?
And you wake up and you can see Beatrix just kind of like she rolled I believe like she rolled perception pretty well. Yeah, she rolled 17. Or no, she rolled like a 10 because she's human. She kind of just like generally watching, but then she kind of sees like you move and just jolt up and just heavily breathing. What would you like to do? Are you okay?
I am literally like just staring at Beatrix, and like, how well can I see her?
It's not very hard. It's pretty hard to see her. You can see like the outline of her figure, but you can't really see any features on her.
So she looks like a black silhouette, huh?
Yes, without light. Yes.
All right then. Delilah. Okay, so let me just super quickly look at my spells.
Eldritch Blast.
I would like to cast Prestidigitation.
Okay.
And
So-
I'm basically just gonna like emit some light essentially so that I can see her. Like maybe like a puff of sparks or something right in front of her so I can just be like, are you a shadow creature or not?
Okay. You use prestidigitation and all your quarterstaff it's next to you, but you're so hesitant and you use your hand and just verbally cast and you're just like doom. And you can see this sort of like small orb of light is just kind of cascading through the dark, and you can see it goes like halfway between you and her, and it emits a very dim light, as if this is very crude magic at this point at that level. And it's still raining, so you can see Beatrix is basically just staring off, and when averting her gaze to you, you can see her, and she looks like you've seen like before you went to sleep. Nothing changed.
Okay, I'm like,
Is something wrong?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know. Typical me.
She just kind of gets up and goes over and she hugs you and she says, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna pull back from the hug, and I'm gonna say, what was that? Do you remember that thing that you saw? The shadow figure days ago.
Yes, yes.
Tell me everything about it. Could you see it properly? Where was it? How far away was it?
This is Dylan asking a question. Do you guys remember who saw it? Because I think it was maybe Aurora
it was
who
myself,
saw it.
No, it was Beatrix.
No, it was
who saw
Lyris,
it.
wasn't it?
No, it was Beatrix who saw it, and then she woke up Lyris because I remember Charlie put a GIF in that was like him going, and it was saying Lyris trying to see this bitch.
Okay. All right. Okay. Got it. All right. So she says, it was difficult to see in the low light, but from what I could tell, it was the red eyes that are sort of shaped in a very like sharp conducted way. It reminded me of sort of elven eyes in a way. And it was, but as if they were like pure red. And it wasn't just like red eyes. It was more of emitting a glow. It was like looking at a bunch of lights in the street or something like that. Like a lantern that was emitting a red tinted light. And the creature itself, while it was standing there, was wispy. It was like, it seemed like bits of it were just kind of like going upwards against gravity. It was like, and they were like rising and kind of just like evaporating like dust or something like that.
And was that the first time you'd seen it?
Yes, I've never seen anything like that before.
And have you
really
seen
creepy.
it since?
No, I would have awoken you guys if I had.
Okay, I think we should keep an eye out for it, to be honest. You know, you get what I mean? Yeah.
It's been a busy 24. It's been a busy 24 hours.
I kind of get the feeling that it might be stalking us, maybe potentially. I don't know. I don't really understand. My Shah, I wish she would fucking explain things to me.
Okay, I'll keep a lookout best I can. I believe Aurora has next watch, so I'll make sure to tell her about it.
You tell me if you see anything like that.
You'll be the first one.
I'm also just gonna prod her face just to make sure that like it's, you know, not hollow. Like, you know, the skin won't just like unwind. I'm just gonna be like okay, just.
I don't mean to be meta, but when you described that, it made me think of Infinity War when the reality stone is used on Mantis and she turns into like a springy person.
Yeah,
that's what I was imagining.
Yeah, you're right.
I was thinking
it's pretty similar to that actually. Yeah, good visual. I like the visual. It's like a ribbon coming around like a central pole.
Yeah,
standing in place. Yeah. So you poke her, and it's a slow poke. It's like a poke.
Yeah, it's literally just like are you
and her skin compresses like normal skin does, and she's just kind of like, what the, are you okay?
Don't
she just
question
kind of like grabs
my
her.
methods, okay? I'm just double checking.
Why are you being so weird?
Why are you being so weird?
You're just touching my face. I'm gonna get acne.
Your face. You're my sister.
You're gonna give me zits.
Yeah, all right.
Is that all?
Is that all?
I don't know, but I'm still tired, so I think I'll go back to sleep.
Good idea.
No, thanks.
Okay. So, and you this time when you go back to sleep, it's gentle sleep, very heavy sleep, as you are still regaining all your drain. Like if magic has really drained you today, especially even just using prestidigitation was like, oh man, that was rough. It was kind of it took a lot of energy out of you today. So and you kind of just lay back down and sleep. And at this point, Beatrix would have at this point related to Aurora the fact that hey Aurora, just make sure to keep a watch out for the thing we saw in the forest, or the way I described it. It was the shadowy figure that was sort of wispy with the red eyes.
Any particular reason? I mean, yeah, of course. Everything okay?
I can't tell yet. Though I was being weird about it. So just if you happen to see anything like it, make sure to wake her up as well, okay? And everybody else. And if you can, just relay the information to Iris as well.
Yeah, of course. Sure.
Can it be like Chinese whispers? So when it gets to me, it's like something stupid.
Look out for that
like,
massive
watch out for
ogre
watch out for Salem. He looks hungry. Yeah, but Iris, you do get the message. I mean, I assume unless Laura, you don't want to tell him.
No, I'm not going to. Just
okay.
No, I'm joking.
Okay, Iris, you hear the information, and this would be just when you start your watch.
Yeah.
So
before
you
I
would
went foraging.
you would have had this before you went foraging in your natural one, so you weren't really paying too much attention, but you occasionally glance around.
Cool.
Okay, so with that, you guys everybody awakens at their own pace. Iris is you're at this point you are stroking the fire and stoking the fire and basically getting
shut up. Little pet.
Shut up. You're stoking the fire, Charlie, and you're making breakfast. And yeah, and everybody seems to awaken at their own pace. I believe, Delilah, you'd probably sleep the longest, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Beatrix would probably wake up. I mean, or would Alora sleep in, or would Alora wake up like early?
Wake up early.
Okay, so Alora wakes up first, then Beatrix, then Delilah, and Delilah wakes up like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, probably. And even then, I'm still like,
as each person,
I need more sleep.
As each person wakes up individually, I kind of like pass them like a plate of bark with a mushroom on
it. This looks great, and she just basically, and she eats it.
It's so different.
What did you think I said?
Nothing. It doesn't matter.
Say it.
No. It doesn't matter. Continue.
Sus.
Okay.
I laugh. You give me a mushroom, you make me breakfast, and I laugh in your face.
Yes. Delilah just wakes up to see Alora going in Charlie's face.
I just that's fine. I hand Alora the bark and mushroom and just kind of walk away and go, oh, she's in a strangely better mood.
I'm scared.
My bad about that. That was by accident. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Because every time I see you roll a dice or anything, I'm just like, well, we're gonna die.
Suspicious.
Yeah. What is he planning?
Oh my god.
All right. So as people are slowly getting up and eating the mushrooms, as it was my last watch, I kind of like start tidying up around people, just like putting stuff away, putting out the fire, and just generally get ready to go.
Okay.
God.
Okay, so Bunny, did you finish eating the breakfast, by the way?
Yes, I did.
You die.
Go and
Poisonous.
make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Charlie, what the fuck did you
Did I
do?
just kill Alora?
I should have done some sort of fucking nature check or something. Why did I trust?
Why did I trust you?
Oh, can I like throw it up?
You make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Here we go.
Where is that?
Saving
So
throws
it's-
are just above the normal skills. There you got it.
Yeah, there you go.
13.
Tastes good.
Alora dies.
Tastes good, thank you. Lars can cook.
Beatrix, on the other hand, you see her kind of just in nearby.
Oh.
So you can put together that these relatively aren't good for your digestion, but Alora, you're able to handle it. You've eaten
am I eating
quite a few mushrooms for a meal, so this was no worries for you. But
Alora
Beatrix,
has
on the other hand, while she is kind of more rugged than she was when she worked at the church, she's a bit not used to it, so she throws up. So anyway, I believe Rhea, you wake up right around now with Delilah.
Yep.
I come over and hand a bark plate and a mushroom.
Delilah looks at it and she's just gonna eat it, to be honest. She's not even like, she's still kind of shaken from from last night. And she's just like, oh, I'll just eat it anyway.
Okay, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Watch me die. I got an 11.
You puke.
Nice.
So you just go and it's like 20 minutes, and then you just kind of like, nearby, whenever you're just far away enough from camp that it smells bad. And you come back and Beatrix is like, it tasted good.
Lars is just walking with like a smile ear to ear, just like, I've done my job, I've made everyone happy. And I make a joke. So as people kind of each finish their mushrooms, I take their bark and I go, right, time to do the washing up. I just yeet them over my shoulder.
I would laugh, but I'm puking.
You know, like where you go to laugh and you catch it in the back of your throat, like.
Anyway, you guys all managed to finish breakfast. Luckily, you did not have to use rations this morning.
Yes.
For that. So, and you have the full day ahead of you. It's a bit, I would say, I said 10 o'clock, so it's going to be approaching afternoon very soon. If you wanted to go ahead and decide what the plan is. So what would you guys like to do at this point?
We are a lazy bunch. So, okay. So, I'm considering that Lyris is the one that kind of had been tidying up and, people are still waking up and stuff. Once kind of all camp is clear and everyone seems to be kind of up and at 'em, I say, right, Beatrix, let's see if we can get to those ruins by nightfall. Again, we need to, I know that we've had a hard few days, everyone. I know that we've have a lot on our minds, a lot of trauma, but we need to make haste. And we've already seen that this I kind of like stretching my back a little bit. It's not exactly the comfiest place to sleep. Even though the food's pretty good. We should really make haste to get out of here as soon as possible. So Beatrix, lead on, take us to the direction of these ruins, and we'll hopefully we'll be able to get to the Squilly.
So, one moment. I'm just reading this. Go ahead and Delilah, go ahead and roll a intelligence. I think it's intelligence.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, do an intelligence check for me.
Oh no. Oh,
How intelligent are you?
17.
Oh, not bad.
You're fine.
Yay!
what's this fucking spell slot on? Beatrix tried to cast detect thoughts.
Did I feel it? Could I feel her in my head? Could I detect that she was trying to detect my thoughts?
Your mind gets a bit foggy for a minute, but you're fine. Your mind gets a bit foggy for a second, but it's not like you haven't had headaches before.
Okay, so I don't. All right, I don't.
Like it's like a 5-second headache before you like shrug it off.
Okay, it's not very suspicious then. I get headaches all the time. It's totally fine. It's whatever. Usually after Lyric.
Oh no, actually no wisdom saving throw. I'm all over the place. Go ahead and make a sorry. My bad.
12.
Yeah, you fail. Anyway. Sorry. I'm sorry.
5 as well. What the fuck?
Okay, so Delilah, what would Delilah be thinking right now?
Damn, Laris's booty looking thick.
This lasts for a minute. This lasts for a minute. So she would be able to read what she thinks for a minute.
Okay, so Delilah is like basically she'll be thinking and stressing about her dream. She'll probably also be like kind of holding her face because she'll be thinking about how Shah was actually able to make contact with her and like actually hit her. So like she'll be thinking about Shah, she'll be thinking about what she saw of Beatrix, and she'll be trying to rack her brains as much as she can to remember everything about the vision, and whether she, has possibly at all seen this figure before anywhere else.
Beatrix kind of like looks at you, and while you guys are kind of like walking, she kind of just looks at you for a moment. She's like, or I guess you guys are discussing where you're going to go. And she kind of just looks at you and she goes, Delilah, was your dream about me?
No.
Make a deception check.
With a disadvantage, please, because that was fucking awful.
Well, maybe disadvantage because she knows what you're thinking. All right, no, just go ahead and regular. 18. Okay. She believes you, but she knows you're lying. She's like, okay, good to know. And you basically set out your whole dream, and you're thinking about your dream basically. So you mentioned the Shar hitting you. You mentioned you didn't say what Beatrix was doing, but you just said Beatrix was in it, and you're wondering what she was doing there.
Yeah.
So that's it. I think she knows the dream involves her, and she knows the Shar attacked you basically for a little bit, and she was wondering why the Shar was panicked. All right. So that's what she knows right now. Okay. All right. Cool. And that's done. You are none the wiser, by the way, about this mind invasion, basically.
Oh.
All right. So that is going to be all right. So you guys are going to discuss where you're going to be headed. So Charlie, I didn't mean to interrupt you if you were saying something. So go ahead.
That's right. I'd finished. I basically had just said that in short, I said to Beatrix that we need to make haste and for her to lead the way towards the ruins, because the sooner we get there, the sooner we can figure out what's going on.
Okay. Easy enough. You guys go ahead and move hastily with I would say, because you guys are moving hastily at this point, because I assume because you guys can walk pretty fast, you can walk slow, or you can walk medium speed.
Gotta go fast.
Now this is considered difficult terrain. So go ahead. Since this is difficult terrain, I would like, if you're going fast, that means you're going to go be basically going standard speed. You're not going to be going any faster, but you would get there relatively faster than if you were. Get there faster if you were just walking normal. So
we'll do that.
Is that what you wanted? Is that what you want to do? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna move in haste.
Everybody go ahead and make a dexterity check for me. So because in order to avoid roots, mud, sinkholes, falling in water.
That's a save, Bunny.
Oh fuck.
Dexterity check.
Oh, be 6.
Sad. Oh.
5, 8, and 10.
How sad.
Okay, and then Beatrix got a 19.
Ooh.
Okay.
So Beatrix is at the front as well. This is gonna be good.
So Beatrix at this point is going a lot faster than you guys, as you can for some reason, she has a bit of experience. Not really been. She got enough rest, and it probably is the least hurt out of all of you guys. So as you guys are still kind of licking your wounds, limping a little bit, you guys are basically falling over. Your foot will sink in the mud, like almost a few inches, like I don't even know, like 2 inches deep in mud. You'll fall. You'll occasionally stumble in pond water and fall, and then get up. And it's a very unpleasant way to get there. But you guys, I would say this adds about an hour to your journey of what would be a. You guys walk for about 3 or 4 hours, and that you have a feeling that because of your group's dexterity, that added about an hour of just general annoyances or whatever.
I'll take that over a broken leg.
Yeah, nothing serious.
Cool. Whilst we're...
Would anybody be looking at the surroundings, by the way, during this entire thing, like checking around you guys just while you guys are walking?
I would be, but solely could be looking for that figure.
Lyris would be just generally from a military background. Lyris is going to be just, generally looking a lookout, but not for anything in particular.
Yeah, same
Okay,
with
so
Laura.
Saul goes, he just goes up in the air and keeps an aerial on you guys, so he can get just what's going on, looking out for any figures that appear. Whoever would like to so you guys can each make individual perception checks, or one of you guys can make a perception check with advantage, including Beatrix. Beatrix is more looking out for the road ahead, so she is not being perceptive of what's around her. She's just generally moving forward with haste.
Rhea, what's your perception modifier?
3.
Funny.
Because it's wisdom.
None.
And I've only got 1. So I'm going to say, Rhea, why don't you do yours with advantage on the basis that you're more likely to be vigilant with everything that you've seen. You've had literally 2 like really fucked up visions. I think you're going to be on the fucking lookout for what's real and what's not.
I'm kind of going through some shit right now, okay?
It's so hard to do anything.
Oh, with advantage, I got 23.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. So you're while you are objectively the most clumsy of everybody else here.
How dare you say something so true? And yeah, I can't believe this.
You are perceptive, though, of at this point, after falling in the like mud so many times, you're kind of getting used to. You're looking directly at the ground in front of you, and you're getting used to what is in front of you, basically. So I would say around. I said you guys probably leave around, 10, make your way at like around then. So you guys would go and you guys travel for about 3 hours. So this is about, or afternoon, and you're starting to see out in like I would say maybe like 70 feet ahead of you, just because you rolled so well. You can kind of see in the water, like in like kind of like the pools of water, like some like bubbles will like rise to the surface occasionally. That's what you pick up on.
Vicious.
Because you rolled perceptive so well.
It's very suspicious. I'll keep it to myself. I'll just be like,
Okay. So you're starting to kind of close the distance on where that is, 60 feet, 50 feet, 40 feet, 30 feet, 20 feet, 10 feet. And then then you start passing by the lake and you can kind of see. And I would say I have your passive perception here. I would say, no, nobody picks up on it still. Lyris, your passive perception is nothing to gawk at. I believe that your passive perception is 11. I have here because I know you leveled up, but I don't know if you level up your wisdom.
I have
so it's
you have
just
10.
bubbling that I see.
Yeah.
Did you say?
Okay. And Beatrix doesn't pick up on that either. She rolled a 5.
Okay.
So
yeah, as we're getting closer to the lake, then now that we're like right next to it, I'm going to be like,
a lake.
Yeah. Is there something in the lake, or is it just, lightly boiling?
Okay. So, she announces to everybody. It's quiet still.
There's a lake there. Didn't even notice that right beside me.
I feel like I should have mentioned this earlier, but you know, it's like,
that's like, I mean, it's like,
so.
I kind of like stop and stare at the lake. Describe the lake again for me, like
they are
they're
they're pretty shallow because you can see like the muck. I mean, they're hard to see through, but you can assume they're pretty shallow. They're these like kind of pools of dirt and kind of a green tinted bodies of water that are at most like 30 feet. That's like the biggest one. That's not the one. The ones next to you are like maybe like 10 feet wide.
And they're bubbling.
Yeah. Okay. Like there are small bubbles, you know. Woot, woot, woot.
The bubbling sound, just like in my dream.
I take out one of my Legion daggers and kind of dip it into the pool a little bit, almost just to kind of like see if I can get a little bit of liquid, just kind of like on the edge of the knife, and just kind of like bring it close to see if I can get a bit of a look, a bit of a smell.
Okay. So you go ahead and, you know, poke your sword into the water and the bubbling stops.
The bubbling stops?
Correct.
Now look what you've done.
I turn around to the group and go, I fixed it!
Fixed it. Okay. So as you kind of turn around and say, I fixed it, you kind of like, the bubbling kind of like, you can like, and you can kind of, and on the next to on the shore or like whatever you call next to it, you kind of see like a hand basically comes out of the water and is like, and it kind of like it starts to like emerge. Is this like basically like moss covered and like muck covered undead creature?
Oh,
and it basically like it kind of like raises up, and as you can see, you begin to see like all of like these like bodies of water around you. You can see all of these creatures begin to like start to rise out of the mud. They're like, they're covered in all of this like this moss, and as if they're part. You can imagine these guys like growing into like the mud, and they bury themselves. And they just basically emerge out of the water. And I'd like you guys to roll initiative. I'm going to go and set this up.
Oh, snap. All right, let's roll initiative, then I'll pause the thing.
Oh, God.
Sorry, guys. 6.
Oh, man. Wait, Charlie, did you say you paused it?
No, I'm pausing it once the initiative's done. All right, we've rolled some bad initiative.
I got a 3.
All right, let's see the battleground.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call out who has what. And I would appreciate letting me know what I roll as well.
Yeah.
With this, it is...
It's such a shame.
That's cocked. Okay, all right. The zombies roll pretty shit, so...
So did we!
Good news for you guys. All right, so... if I can have everybody 25 through 20.
Just Beatrix.
So, yeah, Beatrix got
Just
20.
Beatrix.
Just got 20.
Okay, one moment. Okay, Beatrix goes first. Then can I have 20 through 15?
Cricket noises.
Okay, I believe nobody, then 15 to 10, which I believe nobody has, right?
Nope.
And then 10 to 5. Okay.
Bunny got 8. I got 6.
I got 8. Yeah.
8, and then you got 6,
I got 6,
Charlie?
yeah.
Okay, so... and then Delilah, sadly, you go last.
I got 3.
Oh, Ray, do you want to do the curtain, by the way?
By the way, does this look like the marching order you guys would be in at this point? I know, Lyris, you went to go touch the lake.
Beatrix in front.
I have Beatrix at the front. Delilah, you're right there, and then Aurora, you're last in line. It would
That'd be about
Delilah
right,
be in the middle,
yeah.
or would that would be right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, one moment. Let me just get my spell scroll out here. Okay.
people watching the cameras just get to see me stuff my face with snacks.
All right. So we're going top of the round is Beatrix. So she is going to go ahead and let me go get her moves. I'm going to take a picture. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's okay.
And now I'd like to take a moment to speak about our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend. Raid Shadow Legend. No, I can't. I'm not going to go with that. We have no sponsor. If you're watching this and you want to sponsor, then just tell me. And
All right, I'm back. Thank you for filling. Thanks for filling the dead air. I appreciate it.
Don't play Raid Shadow Legends? No.
So Beatrix is up first, so she's going to go ahead and use. She's going to go ahead and use Thunder Wave. And for Thunder Wave, I believe they have to make a save. So let me just pull up the spell real quick.
Can I just say something at the start of the fight? Even though, like, I can still say something during afterwards. Okay. Whilst I'm kind of like standing up, putting my knife away, getting ready to draw my sword, because I appreciate my initiative is quite low, so obviously I'm going to be one of the last ones to be ready to fight. I kind of look around and notice that there's enemies all around us, and I kind of shout to the group, stay back to back. Don't let them get around us. Prompting people
That's
to stay
kind of
back.
difficult when they're literally all around us.
Okay. So Beatrix is going to use Thunder Wave, and guess what? I get to use my special fancy dancy
spell tracker?
My spell trackers now. So with Beatrix,
show it on the battle cam. We want to see it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I 100% will. So is she gonna? Would that fit? That would be just outside of range. So what she's gonna do? She's gonna go ahead, and what Beatrix actually does is she runs and she's gonna actually jump into the water. And she jumps into the water, and she's going to go and cast Thunder Wave, which I believe gets all of them right there.
Oh, snap.
Yep, all 3 of those zombies.
I really hope it doesn't electrocute the water around her and then, fries her.
She'll have to make a Constitution save.
Beatrix dies.
All right, so that's going to be 4 saves, including Beatrix. All right. That is fail for a zombie. That is a pass for a zombie. That is a fail for a zombie. And that's a fail for Beatrix.
Oh, dear.
So 3 failed, 2 failed, 2 zombies failed, 1 passed, and Beatrix failed herself. Because...
That was a swamp monster, by the way.
Sorry.
You know what? Because since it says self, I will say for this specific instance, Beatrix does not get hit by it, so she won't get hit by this one.
Nice. That's a nice DM.
So it's gonna be 2 zombies failed, so 2d8. That is gonna be.
Fuck ton of damage.
Oh wow! For 2d8, that's 2 1s. Great.
Oh,
so that's 2. That's 2 damage for 2 zombies, and for the other zombie takes 1.
That's brilliant.
All right,
nice
so
Beatrix.
So that's going to be 2 damage, 2 damage, and 1 damage. That was unbelievably bad. Anyway, so as you can see, Beatrix basically goes and just throws herself into the water, and as she does, she ignites. She basically does a somatic gesture and with her hands, and as she does, she jumps into the water, does the arcane gesture, says the words underwater, and as you can see, this bright flash of cube, like emits around her. And all the creatures begin to light up and all begin to shake with this electricity going through them. They look like they took a decent amount of damage from that.
Cool.
So, next up, Alora, you're up.
Okay. So
Wow, the zombies really did roll shit.
Oh yeah, I don't lie.
I say so seeing Beatrix do that, I'm looking now. There's three zombies.
Yes, 3 zombies in this lake, and to the one to your right and to the left behind you, there are 5.
So because there's 3 zombies to the right of me, I would like to cast Scorching Ray, please, because I can create 3 rays of fire and help
baby.
different targets. So I would like to attempt to hit each one of them with a ray each.
Okay, go ahead. So what is that? Is that a save or an auto hit?
I don't know.
I forget what Scorching Ray.
Bunny, click on the. Yeah, okay, sorry, that was just a quick check. On the spell, rather than clicking the spell itself, you got to see the little chat notification? Yeah, the little speech bubble. Click on that so we can all read it. So it says dry bones. It's 1 action, 125 feet. Duration is instantaneous. You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at the targets within range. You can hurl them once or several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. So you
you got to roll a hit for each one.
Yes.
Okay. Click on it.
And you're so you've done the first one. The first one was a 14.
First one was a 14.
That hits.
Second one's a nat 1.
That does not hit.
Yeah. And the third one is 26.
That hits. So for 2, roll damage for 2 of them separately.
You can do that obviously by clicking the text underneath. Yeah, you got it.
One of them 8, and the other one is 7.
Nice.
7. Okay. One moment.
Bunny, yo, Pete.
Okay. 8 and 7 points of damage. All right.
So just can you point to the camera for reference? Which ones did she hit?
These 3.
But she only hit 2 of them.
The ones to the right. Yes, 2 of them actually took damage. So what happens is Alora gathers her energy and puts her hands together and says the arcane words and launches all 3 of these scorching rays, and they individually arc and go past Lyris's head, and they hit this creature right in the face. And he scorches him as he goes, and he basically falls back into the lake. And the other one over here gets hit by the ray as well. But this one, as he manages to go, and as Alora goes and casts this and releases it, this ray goes a bit wide and instead lands into the lake and instantly just extinguishes itself. Is that going to be the end of your turn, Alora?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. Thank you.
Okay. Now it's the zombie's turn.
Ooh.
So we got an interesting situation here. So Beatrix decided to be a bit reckless, and so she's going to go ahead and
Beatrix. Oh, you.
Virus. This zombie. He's not intelligent at all. So actually, he'd try and 10. Okay, so Lyris, you get an attack of opportunity because the zombie, instead of going for you, it's going after the person that directly just hit it in the face with a scorching ray. So you're going to be able to swing at it as it gets out of the water.
I think this is the first time that I've ever had an attack of opportunity. So can I cast anything, or is it just a swing? Like, just a hit within a...
You can cast a spell that attacks, yes.
Okay, so I can cast a spell that attacks, I just can't... Okay. All right, well, I'm good, so...
I think, attack of opportunity is a reaction.
So surely I can swing to hit, but I can't. Like I probably shouldn't talk. I probably shouldn't talk you out. Yeah, wait for a second. I probably shouldn't talk you out of it, but like in my head, to cast a spell and attack, like I feel like it should just be whack. But I don't know. You're the DM. You go with what you feel you would like me to do.
Okay. The opportunity of attack is the most common type. When you take a reaction, certain spells, abilities, and situations allow you to use a special action called a reaction. Reaction is an instant.
So I definitely don't have any spells that are reaction spells. So can I just?
So I would say, So for this,
I can just hit to attack
until I find it. Go ahead and roll for a physical attack with like a sword or something.
That's fine. So I was getting my two-horned sand two-handed sword out. As he kind of walks to my right, I'm going to just slash upwards to try and slash his back, basically.
Okay.
Longsword, go! 18.
Okay, so yes, that hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
5 slashing.
Okay, Charlie. So I just looked it up. So can you use a melee attack? You can't if the spell attack is created by casting the spell. When a creature triggers an opportunity of attack from you, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against it. So
Yeah,
you're
that's
right.
fine.
So
Yes.
go ahead. So how much damage is that?
5 slashing.
5 slashing. Okay. 1 moment.
Take that, beach.
Focus.
I kind of, as I swing and do it, I shout, "Get back, foul creature! You will not
back,
hurt
foul."
my
Okay.
Laura."
Okay, Charlie. You don't have. Okay, never mind. No, you have a regular sword. All right, don't worry about it. My bad. That's one zombie gone, and one zombie kind of crawls over to Beatrix.
Oh, I think you
And
said
the
God
other
isn't
one-
dead then. I was going to be like, yeah!
No, not dead. Not the one. So go ahead, and now Beatrix is going to have to get a. They're going to go ahead and try and melee attack her. So
You got
first
this,
attack
Beatrix.
from the first zombies. That is a 11, which does not hit. That is for the second one. I believe he gets advantage because he's flanking her, because he's engaged with another enemy. So, natural 20. So that definitely hits. So that is. That's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage. As Beatrix is under the water, you can see the zombie moves pretty swiftly through the water, actually. This kind of like water aquatic, so like kind of like swamp zombie of sorts, and goes and slams his hands down on Beatrix, and you can see basically like a spurt of blood come out of the water as while she's like underwater. So Beatrix is going to go ahead and take that damage. All right. The other zombies are going to go ahead and get out of the water. They're going to move 5, 10, and then 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, that's as far as he can get. 5, 10, 15, 20 is as far as he can get. 10, 20, that's as far as he can get. So all that changed is, Alora, you're now going to have 2 attacks on you.
Okay.
Good
All right, so for the first melee attack, that is a 21 to hit.
Yep, hits.
And then for the second one, natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So for the first attack, that is. Okay.
If you've got a pushback ability, Laura, make sure you use that next.
Yeah.
That is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay.
As
that between the both?
these zombies, yeah, both of them. As both of these zombies go, and one of them basically kind of like tries to like tackle you, but he kind of goes and instead like sort of bites you, and the other one goes and basically just socks you right in the gut. Basically, it takes the wind out of you.
Jesus.
And that is going to be the end of their turns. Lyrus, it is now your turn.
No worries. So I am going to rise my the power of Grayskull. I'm going to so I'm going to cast Bless. I'm going to put it in the chat. First, I'm actually cast this. So I'm just going to read it out for those that, again, because I appreciate some of our viewers are new to D&D. So it is my action, so I'm not going to be able to attack this turn. It's a range of 30 feet, so it's with everyone's in the range. I can target up to 3 creatures, which unsurprisingly will be Beatrix, Delilah, and Laura. So it will not be cast on myself. It's a concentration. Up to 1 minute.
Okay.
I bless up to 3 creatures of my choice within range. Basically, whenever one of these guys makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, they can roll an extra d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. So basically, they get an extra 1d4 to try and hit or to try and save.
All right. So you use bless? Is that what that is?
Yeah. So in terms of how I'm going to cast
okay.
it, I'm
Yes.
just gonna go with it. I'm just going to kind of raise my hand in the air, kind of like channeling, the energy to bless people, and I'm going to just kind of bring my fist down, and sprinkle all of the blessing onto my fellow colleagues.
Like glitter.
There you go, Charlie.
glitter.
You're now concentrating.
Yeah.
All right.
And to end my turn, can I for my
You're
move?
not in any attack range.
That's right.
You can move freely.
That's right. Can I move someone else? As in, basically, what I would like to attempt to do, if this is something that I'm allowed to do, can I kind of grab Delilah? I'm guessing she's probably facing Alora right now. Can I grab Delilah and make her swap places with me? Can I literally swap the place?
No,
actually, well, is that
because that's an action. That would be an action. Sorry.
Okay, so it's not just a case of moving. That'd be an action. That's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine. In which case, for my movement, can I just move one place south so I'm next to Delilah? Because correct me if I'm wrong.
Right here.
Before I do that, can I just double check? Because I'm thinking ahead of my my fighting style protection, which, just for reference again, is what I've just put in chat. So when a creature attacks a target other than myself within 5 feet of me, I can use a reaction to impose a disadvantage on the attack roll. Is being diagonal still 5 feet?
That's 10 feet. Sorry.
Right. So if I was standing standing, in which case, what I do is actually I'm still going to move there so that at least I can protect Rhea. So yeah, I'm going to move that one step forward.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, you're right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're right within Delilah's.
Yeah, so
reach.
I can protect Delilah, but can't protect Laura yet. Laura, at some point, move to a position next to me.
I've got Alora covered.
Cool. And with that, I end my turn because there's nothing else I can do.
All right. With that being said, Delilah, it is your turn to go.
All right. Well, they're undead, correct?
Yes.
I would like to cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay. Very creative.
Which I am going to put into chat for those of you who are watching on the YouTube. It is a concentration spell. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, including undead. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, the target has advantage on any new saving throw. Spell save, it says 14. And I'm going to cast this on Alora.
Oh,
Laura is buffed.
yeah, I was gonna say, holy shit.
You're blessed and protected from evil and good.
Yeah, I saw you take a shit ton of damage very suddenly, so yeah,
got your back, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, so go. All right, awesome. So now you guys got protection from good and evil.
Yes.
Is that the end of your turn?
I am also. I mean, really, it's just for roleplay purposes. I'm just going to look behind me, and I'm going to look at Beatrix and just double check that she is okay.
I will say, you are 10 feet since you're diagonal from these monsters. You are 10 feet away from them, so you are able to move and not get hit by an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
If you do so wish.
Yeah, I would like to move. Let me get this full screen so that I can really.
Push talk.
Discord's gone.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
okay, there we go. Yeah, Discord was gone again. So I would like to. I'm not sure how much space I can move,
30.
but I would like
30.
Oh, okay.
Which is,
so
six squares in any direction. 6 squares in a horizontal or vertical. If you go diagonal, you go 3 diagonal squares.
I would like to go 1 diagonal square so that I'm not in the water, but I would like to be the other way, closer to Beatrix.
Okay, so you're right next. You're still next to Lighters. All right,
works.
Got it. All right, cool.
Good choice.
Yep. So that is where you guys are. Sorry if it's a bit cramped, but that's how it is.
I can still see.
Okay. Delilah, is that gonna be the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Top of the round, Beatrix. So because she's in the exact same situation as she is before, but she's not within any allies' range. She is going to go ahead and cast Thunderwave again. One moment. set is another one level 1 spell burned, and that is going to be for 2 zombies have to make a Constitution saving throw, which they are very good at. 18 and 12. One of them fails, one of them succeeds. So 2d8. That's 9 points of damage. So the one that fails is going to take 9 damage. So that's the one that is right there. 9 points. Okay. And then for the other one takes 4 points of damage, rounded down.
Yeah, get fucked. I mean, Lyris would never say that, no. Oh no, the person's gonna hopefully die.
Okay. The ones in the water next to Beatrix are looking pretty hurt. That is.
I mean, what does a hurt swamp monster look like?
They're looking rough. A lot of exposed flesh. A lot of these creatures are kind of like coughing up this like black goo once he electrocutes. So what Beatrix once again lights up this aura around her, and as she ignites it, you can see that once again they get electrocuted. And this time they spit up this like black, like thick liquid out of their mouths as they're kind of like, as you can see, they're looking a bit rough. And with Lyris, whenever you attack that creature, it's stabbed and it shrieked, and part of it's like its moss and exterior gets exposed. And you can just see like it's like kind of like sort of hollow in nature, and you can see like the entrails are kind of like pouring out of its chest a little bit when you slashed him. And I think Beatrix is in an interesting situation here. I believe, though, that is going to go ahead and be her turn. Yep. All right. Laura, you're up next. And you are being surrounded.
Well, I have the perfect, I think. Hopefully it works. I'd like to try and cast Thunderwave.
Okay, so what is the shape of the cast? Is it like a cone or square?
Yeah, it's like a
Put it in chat if you're not sure.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'll read it out for you, Dry Bones. It's 1 action, range from yourself, a 15-foot cube. It's instantaneous. A wave of thundering force. Isn't that the same? Oh yeah.
Is it all creatures? I believe it's all creatures, right?
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature on a 15-foot cube originating from you must take a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you take 2d8 thunder damage and push 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, unsecured objects are moved. And the spell emits a thunderous boom. It doesn't say anything about it not casting on us.
All right, so if you were to cast Thunderwave, like you said, Alora, you would catch the Lyris in it.
It's okay. You do it, Alora.
For goodness sake.
There we go.
So this is what it looks like.
I'll say now, Bunny.
Yeah.
Obviously, that would be good because if you hit that, you're going to be doing 3 people's worth of damage, and you are going to push them 10 feet away from you. I will say that if you choose not to do that and just to do regular damage, I do have something I'm going to cast on my next turn, which will hopefully make them move away from you.
Okay.
So if the intention is to get them away from you, I can do that on my next turn, but keep in mind that between your turn and my turn is their turn. So in all honesty, I've got a Constitution saving of a modifier of 3. So what have you got to do? It says you have to do a...
Hey guys, before...
Go on.
So I don't mean to interrupt you, but I did move one monster zombie away from Beatrix because he failed, so he gets pushed back.
Right, yeah, that's fine.
So the other one didn't get pushed back because he saved. Anyway, keep going.
So
Charlie,
the spell save DC is 15 by the looks of it. So I'd need to roll a 15. I have a +3 anyway. So and to be fair, and if I did fail, so let me see, what does it say? So if it was successful, you're going to do 2d8 thunder damage to me. And in all honesty, I've taken no damage so far, Bunny. So 2d8 at worst case scenario is a chip off the whole block. Even if it was max damage, it's not going to be too bad. And on a failed save, on a successful save, it's half the damage, which again will be and isn't pushed. The only slight issue is if you do hit me, I'm going to lose my concentration, so you guys are going to lose bless. And it also does, and it means that I would move 10 feet away from you as well.
Honestly, I think I might just be better off doing Scorching Ray again.
Yeah, maybe do that because I might be able to get away from you.
in that literal square, like the 3 closest to me, I'm gonna try and cast Scorching Ray again because I don't see the point in doing Fireball or anything
Yeah, meant
like
to do
that.
some AoE. And
Yeah.
keep in mind as well,
Since
by
it's
the
a
way,
ranged attack, it would be an attack of disadvantage on all 3 of them.
that's okay, man. You got this. I mean, keep in mind that when they have their tons on you, don't forget that you've got protection from evil and good, so they will have disadvantage rolls against you. And
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
keep in mind, by the way, even though you're on you've got disadvantage for your attack rolls, because you're blessed by me, you can roll a 1d4 extra for each of those rolls and add that to it.
Okay.
So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to roll it 3 times, take the negative number, and then do 3d4s and add them. So that's 16, 11, and 13, and now roll 3d4s. If you roll 3d4s, it's going to add them all up, but ignore the adding up. So there's 1, 2,
Oh, God.
and 3. So if we add those up in order, so what she got, Dry Bones, she got a 90 with the negative and with my
disadvantage.
So with disadvantage, but then the 1d4 from me, she got a 19, a 12, and a 16.
Hits. All 3
Boom.
hit.
Oh,
Zombies are not very hard to hit. Just in general. So
5 and a 4.
That was
5,
good,
5,
well
and
done.
4. Okay, so 5.
I want Bunny to like describe
That's
some
cool.
like chaotic, like bam fire.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's 5. What are the other 2? Yep.
2 5s and a 4.
5. Okay, and a 4.
Yes, sir. Boom, 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 boom. I want
Okay,
to.
and all those succeed. So these creatures, this one is shoved back into the lake. Said 10 feet back. This creature is shoved 10 feet back, and this creature.
I don't think that ability shoves unless you're just being dramatic. For us.
Thunderwave does.
That's not
Thunderwave
Thunderwave.
does.
That's not Thunderwave. She did. She did
Oh, Scorching Ray, wasn't it?
Otherwise
Yes.
it'd have hit
Oh,
me.
my bad. Yeah. Never mind. All right, my bad. Is that going to be the end of your turn, Aurora? They're still right next to you, but
I can deal with that. I can deal with that.
Sorry. 2 seconds. I'm gonna quickly check something.
checking the DMs.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
I definitely was not
Fine
in them.
for me.
Actually, no, I won't because the thing that I could cast is a reaction. So I think I'm okay.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, I believe it is the zombies' turn. So, all right.
Just
so who has protection from evil and good?
Alora
Charlie.
does.
Alora.
Everybody does
So
except
any attack. So
everybody.
no, it's just Alora. So anyone
Okay.
attacks Alora will have to roll disadvantage. If me, Beatrix, or Rhea get attacked, it's just standard.
Okay, so this one, 5, 10, 15. That's him. This creature here doesn't have any opportunity. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's as close as he's going to get.
Discord. Watch Tryman's hand suddenly move. There you go.
5, 10. All right. Now, everybody, so now, Laura, I'm going to roll twice. So I'm going to roll, and you're going to get attacked now. All right. So for the first slam attack from the first zombie with disadvantage, that is a 11 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
All right. That is a 9 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
That is a 14 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Yo.
And
Laura's
a 13 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so. Yeah.
All right, so we figured out this new tactic. Basically, just Delilah and Lyris protect the bun while
Just
she does all the
enable
damage.
Alora, yeah.
Just to be an enabler, yeah.
No, guys.
It's working.
I know I've saved your lives many times.
Real quick question. So shield is a reaction, correct? Because I know Bunny uses it sometimes. The spell shield.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's why I was when you asked me if I had anything else to add, I was like, oh, but then I realized it was.
Yeah. Okay. So the other ones are going to go ahead and attack. Because since this one's not in range, you can't attack Delilah. These other two are gonna attack Beatrix. So, and I believe it's just a straight roll, right, Charlie?
Yes, yeah. There's no Beatrix hasn't been buffed or nerfed.
Okay. That is I was almost natural 20, but it wasn't. That's an 11, which does not hit.
Phew.
Actually, an 11. Ooh, 1 second. I got to check her armor class. I think that might hit.
If she has 11 armor class, what's she wearing?
She would probably have the same armor class, if not higher than me, because mine is 12.
Yeah, so her armor class is actually 10.
Oh,
so that hits. So the first one, but she's going to go ahead and cast shield. So she does not get hit by that. And nice. the other one's going to go ahead and attack. That's a 10 to hit, which hits, but she's going to go ahead and use. Oh no, she can't use shield again. That you can only have one reaction per time. So that one does hit. So that's going to be the zombie attack. It's a bludgeoning hit. So, 1d6. That's a 6. So it's 7 points of damage she's going to take. All right. One moment.
I really hope that my move works.
Okay. That I believe that is the end of the zombies. That is the end of the swamp zombies' turn. Lyris, it is your turn.
All right. Are you ready for what could be the move of the century? If it works.
By all means.
So I haven't actually used this yet, but as a paladin, I have channel divinities, which is I can use. I've got 2 that I can choose from, and I can use 1 per long rest. So I can cast this. So I'm going to put it in chat, and I'm going to read it out nice and clearly. So you can use your channel divinity to utter ancient words that are painful for Fae and fiends to hear. As an action, you present your holy symbol. So imagine as I'm saying this, I take out my sigil, my holy symbol, which is that. Remember that,
Charlie? I don't think it's gonna work. It's not a Fae or a fiend. It's undead.
It says about undead. I swear, I could have swore it said undead. Oh, I could have swore when I read it said undead.
No, just Fae and fiend.
Is it Nature's Wrath that I read? Fuck. Okay, stop. I could have. Oh, that's what I had. I knew I had something to undead. In which case, I can ignore that. But that is there for something. Okay, that's fine. I can still do this instead.
Still interesting.
Yeah. So, okay, this is gonna be fun. Just checking, because actually this is something that I haven't done a concentration spell in a while. So I understand that when I'm concentrating, that if someone hits me, I lose the concentration. If I hit someone else, that doesn't stop the concentration.
You have to make a constitution save to keep your concentration.
That's fine. But when I attack someone else, I don't lose my concentration, do I? It's only when someone attacks me, right?
Unless you use... So concentration falls unless you get hit or you use another spell that requires concentration.
Which I don't think that does. No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. Right, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the one that's directly next to me, to screen left, I think it's the one that's south when you're looking at it. The one that's kind of north of Bunny. That one, yeah, that one. That's not been hit yet, has it?
No, because he just came up now. Yeah, good. So he's undamaged.
In which case, watch me one-shot this mofo. Okay, so I am going to. I'm guessing Alora's probably facing the other way. Like he's probably looking at her back right now with how she's gone for the other 3.
So what's happened so far is Alora, they all ganged up on Alora, and then when you cast a spell, you can see right as they go into attack, like you can see this magical sort of shield. They all when they go to slash, their limbs scrape along the shield, and you can see it they get blocked. So that's what's happening with Alora. So she's watching all directions around her.
Yeah. So I am going to get my sword. I'm just going to literally just bring it up over my shoulder and swing it down while saying, "Be gone, undead creature," and slash it down right onto his neck with my 2-handed sword. And if this hits, I've got a bonus thing. 17 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Before I do, I'm going to cast Divine Smite, which I have 2 versions of Divine Smite. I have a special one which I can do if they are undead. But just to be clear, by the way, for those that might be like, why didn't you cast this first? What's nice about Divine Smite, if I just pop it in chat, it does say that you can if you actually hit a creature, you can then use it. So I don't have to like
pump smite into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So as I'm swinging down, I'm going to channel my holiness and infuse my attack with Divine Smite against this undead creature. So the damage from the actual sword is 13 slashing, and I get to do 3d8 radiant damage to do an extra 10. So 23 damage.
Okay.
Be gone, foul creature! I think that might be the most amount of damage you've done in one attack so far, just saying.
All right. So let me just role play this for just a moment. All right. So as you are,
do you want me to describe what I did again?
With these undead creatures that are swinging and fighting pretty savagely all around you. You guys see Lyra's his sword kind of glints for just a moment in a sort of unnatural way. And like brighter than you've ever seen it. And he goes and when he does the slash, this zombie gets slashed like down I believe you said down the center of the zombie, so you split him in half.
Yes.
And as you split this zombie in half, you cut it all the way down to the ground, and you cut it and you sliced in 2 perfectly even pieces. And as you make that attack, Charlie, you can feel Darilla feel like shine her light upon you as you made that strike, specifically as if she was giving you aid in that particular moment. Now,
amazing.
Once this attack lands, there is a slight, a small, like I would say maybe bowling ball sized orb that just kind of falls onto the ground, and it's basically just sitting there. Whoom, whoom.
What color?
Blue. It glows blue. It's kind of like, it's sort of like grainy, as if it was like a ball of sand, and occasionally it'll just like emit a blue color every once in a while. But to your nature, that is all that happens. And there's one less zombie on the battlefield. So
I did it, guys. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to move 1 step to my left, so that I am within 5 feet of Allura. So I'm going to be like behind Allura now, basically covering her back.
Okay, so like this?
Yeah.
Okay, you're intercepting between. Okay, got it.
Yep, just so that I can now protect Allura if needs be.
Delilah's now 10 feet away from you, by the way.
Yeah, so I now can't protect Delilah. That's right.
All right, just making sure you know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of your turn?
Yes, that's the end of my turn. Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Hell of a turn. All right, Delilah, it is your turn.
I'm trying to think of whether I want to do damage or whether I want to create a distraction with my mirror image and just kind of like have extra targets around that might, take their attention instead. But also I can do a fair amount of damage with Eldritch Blast.
I'd probably say, if you wanted my opinion on it, you might be able to distract 1 or 2 of them, but to distract all of them might be quite tough. I would say there's still quite a lot of them on the battlefield. Let's try and actually there's a few weak ones as well that you can probably almost guarantee getting a kill.
I can make up to 3 duplicate images and have them mirror my actions, basically. Okay. And with that as well, if I just put it in the chat. There we go. So then I roll to see whether they hit me or whether they hit an image or not. And the more images I have, the lower I need to, the minimum DC for that I need to roll gets lower and lower.
Oh, I see. So you basically protecting yourself. Okay, I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, if you want to use it, that'd be quite good to save you.
Yeah, I've used it once. I'm just trying to think, I am currently on a concentration as well. So I think, as you did, I have to make a Constitution saving throw to see if I keep my concentration.
That's if you take damage.
Okay.
I'll keep it in mind.
Or if you cast another spell that requires concentration.
Right. Okay.
If not, then you don't need to worry about it.
That doesn't say it's a concentration spell.
No.
Then don't worry. Then it's not. So don't worry about it. Also, that D4.
Yeah, the Discord's gone. Rip Discord. Oh, bummer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
what,
repeat all of that,
what
Drybones.
Drybones?
Okay, so I put the D4 on top of Lyrus's sort of dice because that is a representation of where the orb is. I'm trying to keep track of where they are.
Okay.
Oh, but there's an orb on my head. What underneath?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So
on, Ray, you do what you wanna do.
the ones next to Beatrix, they are looking pretty weak, you said.
Correct.
Okay. I currently don't have anything that can hit multiple targets. So I am going Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to hit the one that is. We'll do the one that's furthest away from me.
Okay.
What, the one on the other side of the log, or the one that's near Beatrix?
The one that's beside Beatrix, but furthest away from me.
Cool.
Okay, so this one, right?
Yes, yeah. And
All right.
I rolled an 18 to hit.
Plus
That
your
hits,
modifier,
roll
which will be
damage.
much more than that anyway.
Yes, so it's 1d10, I think. Yes, 1d10. Nice, nat 1.
Natural. Okay, so 1 for damage.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so as Beatrix is underwater, it's kind of hard to see, but you give your best attempt at firing. And while you do indeed make contact, you can see that the creature gets shoved, but it seems like it hit one of his limbs and didn't really seem to shove him that much. As you kind of release this and do these somatic gestures and release this this blast of force energy towards him. All right.
That is a sag moment.
Is that going to be the end of your turn? I believe. Yeah. Do you want to? Is that the end of your turn?
I think so. I don't think there's anything else I can really do that would help other than moving. But actually, I think I'm probably. You know what? I will move one space up 1 square.
Left for you. That's it.
Yes, that's it.
All right. Makes sense. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I have next up is Beatrix. So what Beatrix is going to do, she's going to use her last level 1 spell slot, and she's going to bust out the 15-foot cube one more time to try and cast Thunderwave, and nobody else is in that range.
Clapped it 3 times.
Yeah, so you've just seen, at the wave after wave, you've just seen these waves of energy to remove that spell, and all the zombies are going to make a Constitution save, so that is a 18, which saves, and a 22, which saves. So that is going to be this damage halved. That's pretty high, though. 5 points of damage for each creature. And one of the zombies,
He got me on the edge of my seat. One of these zombies.
one of these zombies gets lit up with electricity. As you see that, like, the electricity pulses through their body, and it seems to disintegrate them in the water. And the orb basically is like now comes and floats up to the surface, and it is the same kind of orb, and it is glowing as well. So that it is right here. The other one, it takes a severe damage, and this one is like really, really, really close to death. That's. Like it's pretty close. Like we could blow on it and it would probably die. All right.
Nice.
That's going to be the end of our turn for now. So, Alora, you're up next. So you are in a situation right now. That's what I'll call it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, sorry to ask for Laura. What's the conditions looking like of the 3 that are around her? Because all 3 of them have been blasted twice now by Laura's Scorch Rays. They've each been hit
2
twice.
they're looking okay. They got blasted by Scorching Ray, so their flaming chest is like you can smell the scent of rotting flesh and burning flesh as he hits her. But they seem to be doing okay, but they can still fight for a while. But
cool, okay.
But it's not like they're brand new. All right, but I believe that's Or what would you like to do this turn? And by the way, it's a zombie's next turn as well.
If you want to call it, so considering that my plan didn't work to move them back, Bunny. If you really want to cast Thunder Wave just to purely move them back and do some damage again, go for it. Obviously, yeah, it does mean that I'm going to take some damage regardless. Hopefully, well, actually, I guess either way, it will knock me out of my.
You know what? Actually, in this cube, the creature is all 4 of those zombies are going to get hit by it. All four of those zombies are going to get hit by it.
I don't know. You know, we got to weigh it up. Is hitting 4 zombies with an AOE and pushing them back from you worth the fact that you will then, when it's their turn, you're not going to have the bless on you, meaning that you're not going to have
yeah, but I have
shield. There's protection.
I have shield as well, my action type.
You've got shield and you've still got Rhea's protection unless she gets hit. So okay, I mean, if you want to just look behind and be like, sorry, Laris, bang.
Yeah, sorry about this one, buddy, but
can she give me some kind of warning so I can like put my shield up like to protect from? I was like,
no, not in this situation. You just still have to make a con save.
Yeah.
I mean, I might not even hit it, guys.
No, I'm pretty certain Thunder Wave is just I'm pretty certain it's just that you do it.
Is it?
It's the fact that everyone else has to do a Constitution save to be hit.
Yeah.
What level?
Level 1, because you haven't got it as a level 2 spell yet.
Oh, you can use it as a level 2 spell if you want to scale it up. That just adds D8.
I don't think she has a level 2 slot yet, do you? At level 4.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, if you want to do level 2,
she has like 2, I think, right? Or you have like 3 or something like that. Yeah. You can scale it up for 3d8 if you want.
Yeah, I'll recast.
So are you gonna do? So there's a level 3 spell then?
Wait, cast it at level 3, yeah.
Level 3?
Okay. All right. Yeah, because you can cast a level 2 spell at level 3. It just does more damage if they succeed.
Oh wait, yeah, but Lyris.
Yeah, that's fine. I got plenty health.
Rip.
Okay.
I haven't been here once yet.
I don't know what this means.
So basically, what it means is me and the 4 zombies have to do a Constitution save of 15 or higher to basically live. The damage that's going to be done is 10, but just to be clear, so for anyone between me and the 4 zombies, if we get 14 or lower, basically, then we take the full damage and we all move back 10 feet. If any of us get 15 or higher, we take half the damage, so 5, and do not move back.
Move. Yeah.
So I'll go first.
All right. So go first, Lyris.
So Constitution saving 17.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
I'll still take 5 damage, but that's
all right.
Nothing, buddy. Don't worry.
All right, Charlie, and go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw again to see if you can keep your concentration on your spell.
Oh yeah, true. Constitution saving, yeah. 5, but that's okay. That's okay.
5. Oh yeah. All right. So
you got a nat 20
your spell,
and you got a nat 1.
I believe your spell. Which concentration spell did you cast again? I think it was.
It was bless.
Which one was it?
It was bless.
It was bless. So none of you guys get D4s with your attack anymore.
That's correct.
But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Zombies really don't need a D4 extra. They're pretty easy.
They seem pretty weak. I just kind of wanted to use it. It was a nice little thing to use with all of them.
Dude. Good idea. Good idea. Okay. Otherwise, let's start rolling for zombies, shall we? First zombie. So the zombie's gonna be right here. The one in front of you.
You got this, Laura.
That is a 14 plus 3, 17 to resist.
So that means they are going to resist it.
Okay. The second zombie.
5 damage though to it.
20. That's a 20 to save.
So again,
that's gonna be
5 damage.
This guy. This guy. That's a 21.
Oh my god.
At least you're doing damage to him though.
This guy
still
and
AoE
then
damage.
And then this zombie right here. That's a 15.
For fuck's sake.
Damn, that's unlucky. That is unlucky. But at least you still done. You got to remember, Laura. You've still done 20 points worth of damage between 4 people.
Okay, so 5 damage for all of them.
Yeah, that's still pretty good, Bunny.
So, sorry, give me a moment. This is a lot of numbers.
Sure. I don't know why that came
Okay, and that is them, and they don't move. All right. Is that gonna be the end of your turn, Aurora? Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm good, actually.
All right. So next up are the zombies. Lyris, you come after the zombies, so just get ready for what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm.
So the zombies are gonna go ahead and take multiple strikes at Alora.
Disadvantage.
First zombie. Yep, this is with disadvantage. Yeah, you're right. Keep me at check. Disadvantage.
Keep it the
All
demon
right.
check.
All right.
Sure.
Good thing you had
sorry.
good thing you had disadvantage, Rhea. Though you saved it from getting a natural 20.
Hey, this is where he gets another natural 20.
Can I just ask her something? I guess
What?
the answer is probably going to be no. But does it mean anything? So obviously, because I'm now close to Laura, I can also cast my fighting style protection every single time one of them attacks her. All that does
as a reaction.
As a reaction.
Or
yeah.
Then you can only use one. Then you can save it one time.
Okay. Even still, though, all it does is it imposes disadvantage on the attack roll. But I guess if they've already got disadvantage, you can't have like a double down disadvantage, can you?
No.
Yeah. So since Rhea is basically giving her the ability to block.
In which case, I won't touch it. Then I'll just let her do a thing.
Okay. All right. So that is going to be a 16 to hit for the first zombie.
Is that going to hit Bunny, or do you want to cast shield?
15 is my.
Okay, so that hits.
Unless you want to cast shield.
Do you want to cast shield as a reaction?
Yes, please.
Okay. So Rhea, you have Rhea's barrier, and Rhea, what color would you like this barrier to be? Like it's invisible, but whenever a creature, a fiend, hits it, it's going to change color. So what would you like the color to be?
I thought the shield was.
Wait.
Her shield is. This is beyond good. This is like this is the good and evil. It's protection for good and evil. So this is different.
It will be purple because that is the color of my magic.
And if it's not in the description of the spell, I think it's a bit fun.
Yeah. I like that.
So as the zombie goes and he scrapes along this barrier that was previously, to all you guys, you're not really able to see it, but as he kind of like scrapes alongside of it, you can see it. But as he basically breaks and he tears through the barrier the first time, and he goes and his strike continues to have momentum. Although you can see Alora raises her hand, says an arcanic word, and casts shield, and you can see that this hit is now blocked and deflected. All right, that is the first attack. Second attack with disadvantage as well is going to be a double 16, so 19 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to hit her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then third attack. 5 and 19, so that's an 8. That misses. So Bunny, only one of them hits you, and that one hit is gonna do 5 damage, 5 bludgeoning damage to you.
How are you feeling, Bunny? Oh, I say this in character. Lyra is kind of like, at the moment I'm kind of almost like back to back with you. Like think like really cool fighting styles back to back. I kind of turn over and go, "How you getting on, Laura? How you feeling?"
I'm feeling great. Let's just kill these fuckers.
I kind of just nod my head, smile, and turn back around, just knowing if I need to heal you. That's all.
Moment.
Discord die.
Beep, it's back for me now.
Beep, boop, beep.
I lost the camera for a second there for the battleground.
Can someone just give like the hamster a bit more food or something just to keep the wheel turning?
Nah, Buddy's taking a break. He's downstairs.
If you send me that little hamster picture, I swear to God.
Apparently he's taking longer breaks. His unison have said that he deserves them, but that little fucker better keep running.
Okay. That is going to be that. Now this zombie, who would this zombie be mad at the most? You know what? He's gonna be mad at Lyris because he decided to kill his friend right in front of him, split him in half actually. So he's gonna go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
Yeah, I said the same thing, Bunny.
I'm so sorry. I sent a GIF in the D&D chat, and it's take a look at the Lady Dragons. It's cursed.
Okay. That is weird. All right. Anyway, that is a 9 to hit, Charlie. Or yeah, a 9 to hit.
To hit me, no, that does not hit. No.
Okay.
Not even close, mate.
So you bring up your shield, and he scrapes alongside the shield, but the shield protects you. This one's gonna go 10.
I just laugh.
20.
Undead
and that's
fiend,
it.
You will not breach this shield of holiness.
The last zombie is gonna go ahead in the lake with Beatrix. Is gonna go and try and strike her. There's a natural 16 for a 19 hit, which does in fact hit. Although Beatrix is gonna go ahead. Actually, no, she's gonna take this hit. She's not gonna cast shield again. She's just conserve spell slots. 3 damage, points of bludgeoning damage. And as the zombie goes and he clashes against Beatrix and he hits her once again, like this time in the face, as he you can see more blood kind of rises to the surface. As Beatrix, she's doing okay, but she's showing signs of wear a little bit.
Wear and tear.
Yeah. That is going to be the end of the zombie's turn. Virus, you're on deck.
Okay. So right. I'm guessing I'm currently facing the one that attacked me. And you know what? I don't even need to help Laura at this moment. She seems to be really on top of doing damage to those 3, and those 3 must be quite weak. So that one, which I think at this point in time has only taken 5 points of damage. So he's just swung at me and hit my shield. As soon as he does that, I then I pull my shield back. As I pull my shield back, I reveal the fact that as I was blocking, I'm bringing my right hand up, if that makes sense. So like, basically blocking with the shield. As I put it away, my right hand is slicing up with the sword to do a one-handed longsword attack straight up his chest.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll the hit.
21.
That hits. Roll damage.
And I'm going to say before I roll damage that I am also going to again use my last spell slot to again draw on the holy energy to divine smite this undead creature from this land. So firstly,
awesome.
my normal damage is 5 slashing. My divine smite, which is extra for a undead, is going to be 11. So a total of 16 damage.
Okay, so as this creature slashes on your shield, he looks down as he sees you quickly draw back your shield and draw up your weapon, and he, as you can see, it carves sort of horizontal, not even horizontally, diagonally through him as you go from his lower hip, his right hip, up to his left shoulder blade. As you carve through him and basically cut him diagonally, and it carves right through him, and this zombie falls over. And you can see all that remains is an orb once more.
And I'm just going to let her, these undead fiends have no idea what they're dealing with when they stepped into this paladin's domain.
All right.
Can I laugh at that, please?
You can.
Sorry,
laugh.
I laugh.
All right.
Did you over?
It did. That did.
Okay, that was the gas escaping from the zombie as it died.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely, yeah. So Laura just goes right in front of Virus's face.
Okay.
Wait,
all right.
Didn't I do that at some point?
Yeah.
I burped in someone's face. Yeah.
All right, Virus.
I don't have...
You still have movement and such.
Yeah, but I'm personally not going to... actually, no, I am. I'm going to say, you got this, Alora, and I'm going to move diagonally to the right. Basically, I want to be underneath Delilah, ready to protect her, because Alora doesn't need me for protection right now, and it means that I'm then out of range for any further thunder waves.
So this is it. So that's this.
This is where I'm like, I cast Thunderwave.
Okay, Jory, I do believe if you did cast Thunderwave, that would hit you, I think.
Okay.
No.
If it does, it does. If it does, it does.
It wouldn't.
Tis but a scratch. It's fine.
It's fine. You wouldn't get hit.
I am my turn.
All right. So next up is Delilah.
Ew.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Where am I? What am I doing? Who am I? How did I get here? Questions I ask myself every day. I am going to cast. Let me take a look. Sorry about this.
Let me check something real quick.
Oh.
If you use that here, yeah, Charlie, you would be out of it. I was just generous that last time, but letting that one last zombie get hit by that. It's even though my math was wrong, that's not how shapes work. It's fine. It's DM's mistake, and luckily you guys benefited from that mistake.
At the end of the day, DM's word goes.
All right.
I am going to use. Oh, see, it's a Constitution save. Oh, they seem to be very good at making their Constitution saving throws. So I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, they have high
to try and do that.
Constitution.
Yeah, fuck that shit then. Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, which creature?
I'm gonna aim at. You know what? I'm gonna aim at the one that's at the log. In that, like, based on like how fast these battles generally go. I'm sort of role playing it as if I went bang to try and hit the one in the water beside Beatrix in my last turn, and then I kind of turned around quickly and went bang and tried to hit the one beside the log.
Okay, makes sense. So go ahead and roll to hit, and I believe we discussed this, and did we say disadvantage or no disadvantage with Eldritch Blast?
We did not say disadvantage, but I only rolled 6 anyway, so
it's fine. 6 anyway. Does not hit.
Yeah.
So as you go and you turn around quickly, you kind of turn around a bit too fast, and you shoot too early, and then as you cast it, kind of goes wide.
Damn it.
All right.
Off.
Oh, and by the way, at this point, you hear, "Blah, blah," and his Saul kind of like comes down, and he's like, "There are enemies in the area." It just does because I know he was keeping watch.
Oh my god. Yeah, it still comes down. I'm just gonna be like, helpful as always, you fucking bird brain.
All right. At this point, is that gonna be the end of your turn, Delilah?
Yes, it is. Me yelling at my bird.
Okay. It is now Beatrix's turn then. And next up, Aurora, it is your turn. So go ahead and start formulating what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, Aurora, roll a. You know when you did roll the hit for the Oh, it was a Thunderwave, right? So go ahead and roll the hit for Thunderwave one more time.
How does one do that?
Whatever you
cast Thunderwave again.
Yeah, so just cast it one more time and roll the hit for it one more time. Because the orb was in range. I forgot to include it.
It's a Constitution save 15. I don't know how this works.
All right, it failed. So go ahead and just roll damage one more time for the Thunderwave.
I don't know what the damage.
It's it's 2d8, right?
It's already rolled. It rolled when she casts
10,
it.
Right?
It does it all. So that hit at 11. So again, spells Constitution save of 15. So they need to get 15 or higher to avoid it.
Okay, it failed.
11
so
damage.
All right, so the orb disintegrates as you Thunderwaved. I forgot to include that.
Oh.
All right, so the orb disappears.
Destroying the loot.
Next, I said Beatrix. All right, so she's going to go ahead and do Shocking Grasp for this enemy right next to her, since that's a cantrip and it's easy to cast. So I need to go over to my computer to click on it. One moment.
Sorry, I blacked out for a second there. So Bunny, did you do damage to the 3 around you again?
No, I think it was just one more, wasn't it? Wait, I'm confused.
As in, you just cast Thunderwave for your turn, right?
No, I know. I think I just cast it for someone. Like, I think he said someone was in range and he didn't, like.
Oh, right, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I was just rolling damage. So she rolled a 19 to hit the creature with Shocking Grasp. It hits, and she go ahead and touch and make contact with the creature. And how much damage did I roll? I forgot. 3 or 4. How much damage did I roll again?
Oh, 3. Sorry, 3.
3. Okay, thank you. So, and as the creature dies, and now a orb is in its place as it disintegrates as well in the water with the amount of lightning damage it has taken in such a short amount of time. Okay. Next up, that's going to be actually, no, she's going to go ahead and move 5, 10, 15. So Beatrix is now back on land as well. That's gonna be the end of Beatrix's turn. So go ahead and Alora, is your turn.
Okay.
How many spell slots have you even got left, Millie?
Yeah, I don't think I have many left, do I?
I mean, you've cast Scorching Rays twice and the Thunder thing. I think the Thunder thing once at level 2.
I just have to use my cantrip, actually, which is literally Fireball.
Firebolt.
Fireball.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to cast Firebolt on one of them. Actually, let me just double check.
Don't forget, by the way, don't forget, because I appreciate you. I don't think you've ever been in a position where you've had to do this. Don't forget you've got sorcery points, to which for every 2 sorcery points you use, you can cast a level 1 spell. So if you want to, you can use up some of your sorcery points to cast another tier 1 spell, or for example 4 points to use something at a tier 2, but obviously you don't redeem those back until after a long rest.
Yeah, Discord went.
I'll say that again. If you go back to your core screen, Bunny, it will be on the middle right-hand side. You should have a section for your sorcery points.
Yeah, 4 of them.
So don't forget that it's 2 sorcery points for a level 1 or 4 points for a level 2. If you want to, you can use those to use another level 1 spell.
So I'm gonna use my 4 sorcery points so I can do Scorching Ray again.
Is that a level 2 spell? Is it?
Yeah. Gotcha. On the 3 closest. Let me just quickly take that off. Yeah. And let me cast it. 11, 18, and 24.
Nice. And you don't.
Wait. So 19 to hit, and so what are the hits? Go ahead. What are the?
She got 11, 18, and 24.
All right, all hits. Go and roll damage.
Whoa, my internet's cutting out.
That's okay.
Sorry.
You can roll damage for all 3.
Oh, 3? 8?
Yeah, all 3 hit.
12 and 4.
8, 12, and 4. Okay, so for one of them gets really, really. So as you release this burst of splitting energy on all 3, it arcs and goes like, it does like sort of like a rainbow parabola arc and goes right and hits him right on the head as he's right next to you. Actually, did you roll with disadvantage with those? What are those? What's the hit with disadvantage on those? Because
yeah. So for disadvantage, it would have been 11.
Okay.
It would have been 18. It would have been 22.
Okay, so they all still hit. All right, cool. So first damage is how much damage for the first one?
8.
8 damage. So okay, sorry. So that one gets singed on the head. The other one?
12.
12. Okay. Yeah. 1 moment.
1 moment, please. Your call is very important.
This creature gets disintegrated as it lights on fire, and then as its mossy exterior, as before, it was natural camouflage, but it's also very, very flammable. So as it gets lit on fire, this whole creature just ignites and just starts screaming, and it basically just falls over and just catches on fire, and collapses. The other one, how much damage was that?
4.
4. Okay. All right. And the other one, he gets hit right in the chest. And as every time you get a fire attack in the chest, these guys keep getting a deeper and deeper hole burned into him, singed by all these attacks. Okay. I believe it's the zombie's turn. So Lyris, you're up next. So be formulating as well.
I am formulating.
Okay. So for the zombie that just died, that's going to be me. My bad. All right. For the zombie that's there. Okay. And the zombie that was there. Okay. So this orb evaporates into dust as it floats into the wind. 1 moment. And as that creature disintegrates, these other 2 are now in the water. This one. Okay. All right. And now for the zombies' turn, they're gonna run up and they're gonna hit. Who would this guy hate the most? I'm just guessing they're gonna keep going after Lyrus because Lyrus keeps killing them in one shot. Because Lyrus is gonna.
These are like my easiest enemies.
Oh yeah, the easy. This is cake for you. They would go after Delilah. Yeah. They would go after Delilah, but their intelligence is.
They just see man with a big
3,
stick. And,
so it's -4. So they're not. They're just going after the guy. So their tactic is to swarm. They're not really the smartest of creatures.
Can I just be like, that's your enemy over there, and point to like one of his other enemies?
Sorry, that's 15 hit, by the way.
15 to hit. That doesn't hit.
All right, so you go and you once again hit your shield. Same move. Nothing really changes. You just keep doing the same move over and over again because it keeps working.
Yeah.
All right, for Alora, your turn. They're gonna go ahead and attack you. We're still with disadvantage, so. Oh, that would have been a natural 20. But now it's 6.
Let's go.
Nice.
6 doesn't.
Well done, Rhea.
Second one is a natural 20 and an 18. So once again, saved it from another natural 20. That is a 21. Man, this dice is rolling natural 20 like crazy. All right, it's 21 to hit though.
Falling weighted dice.
That will be hitting her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the creature goes and swipes at you, and this time with its claws, it slashes up against you, kind of like rips your cloak a little bit, but it doesn't really seem to hit too much of your flesh, but it does nick you a little bit.
Like cat scratch.
Very much so.
Imagine like Salem being like, rah.
Okay,
Not Salem the pig, Salem the cat.
Yeah, we have to make the distinctions here on Dungeons and Chickens.
Yeah, we do.
All right. So that is the end of the zombies' turn. Man, that's a lot to keep track of. Anyway, Lyrus,
very well.
it is your turn against these creatures, and there are 2 orbs floating in the water, 1 orb next to Aurora, and 3 living zombies trying to smack the crap out of you. What would you like to do?
It only makes most sense that the one that literally has just attacked me again. I've just put my shield up and deflected his attack. I'm gonna just cry, kind of almost like with a chuckle in my voice, go, "You guys never learn, do you?" And again, I'm gonna pull my shield back after the block, revealing that I was already swinging my sword up again. Same kind of situation, diagonal left to right with my sword. Now this time, I will be honest, I don't have any spell slots left, so this is just going to be a standard slash. And this time, clearly, I'm a little bit more tired from battle. I got a 10. It still hits. All right, cool. It's going to be less damage, being just only one-handed, but 5 slashing.
Okay. Damage is damage, bro. It does everything it can. So you go and you slash, and instead of going through him, you're getting a bit winded. So when you slash into him, it just gets stuck in his rib cage and you feel it jiggle around a little bit. And as you come out, you can see parts of organ are like on your sword at this point.
Ew.
But the creature cries out in pain, and you assume you're doing a good job. So, Delilah, you're on deck. So you're up next, it's your turn.
Okay.
And it's Beatrix's next turn. All right, don't worry about
it. So I'm sorry if you've already explained this, but could you describe the orbs for me again, please?
These orbs are a sort of dark gray color. They are initially they look like dark gray sand, kind of clumped together, and even in water they seem to hold their form. But every second, it will decide to do a sort of glow, sort of the color of this D20 or D4, and it's sort of glowing. Imagine kind of like if like the Tesseract was like a ball, and it was, instead of being like a smooth glass, it was kind of like sand.
Okay. Do I recognize these at all, or is there anything about these that I sort of I can kind of link back to my prior knowledge of why these undead are turning into orbs instead of just keeling over and dying?
Roll an Arcana check.
I love how
I got a 7 with my +5 modifier.
These in particular, you've heard stories occasionally of some creatures morphing themselves into something in order to recover slightly. But you're not sure if that's what these creatures are doing, or you don't know if that applies to these creatures. You just know that some undead creatures could be recovering in this state, but you're not 100% sure.
Shit, so if we're not killing them, they might be like...
All right, so but
I mean, I don't know that.
That's what you uncover, Beatrix, or Delilah.
With that knowledge, then, considering that I know that Lyris has got the other like undead covered, yeah, exactly. I would like to turn my attention then to the orbs. And I'm going to turn my attention to the D4 that's for light blue, the one that I'd been aiming at previously.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm actually going to attack it, and I'm going to send an Eldritch Blast its way.
You're not going to squish it.
All right, go ahead.
Well, actually,
it would be it's fine. Either way.
Would I be able to make my way to it and see if I can like how big is the orb? Is it like kind of handheld,
ball sized?
Bowling ball. So okay, could I make my way to it and like hold it and try and squish it in my hands?
Yeah. So you walk over there and you hold the orb, and if you want to make a strength check to try and crush it to death.
I got another 7.
You really try. It's pretty packed. It's like packed sand. It's pretty hard to break all the way through. It cracks a little bit.
You just throw it to the ground.
Okay. Yeet. Okay. Having done that, like, what are my options then? Because I don't know if that really counts as an action or whether it's more of like a bonus or what.
That is considered an unarmed attack, so that would be your attack that would be your action for this turn. Sorry.
Damn it. Okay, no, that's fine.
And by the way, I did tell you, the only reason, because I know you rolled so low on your Arcana check, but I feel like you would get advantage with that roll because you're well versed with knowledge. So I feel like you'd figure out the information by reading regardless.
If it was with advantage, then I got a 21.
Yeah, so that's I just considered you having advantage because you're very book learned when it comes to.
I think he's saying the answer he gave you was based on the advantage.
Right. Okay. Cool.
He kind of was generous because
that's why it's kind of it was kind of like, why'd you give her so much information on a 7? That's why it was a bit. It was a bit wonky. It was a bit wonky, but I feel like Delilah would be read up on that information.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's not really anything else that I can do. I'm still going to be holding the orb in my hands, though, and I'd just like to say that like I'm going to be holding it like firmly, and like really trying to concentrate on whether I can feel it. Like if it starts to shake, if I can feel any kind of movement from inside of it, I'm really like all of my attention, like Delilah, is like this. Whenever she finds new information, she's like fully set upon it. So she's got tunnel vision on the orb right now, and if anything changes with it, I'd like to think that she would notice.
All right, excellent. So is that going to be your turn?
It is, yes. I am completely tone deaf to everything around me.
All right, so Beatrix's turn. Beatrix is going to go over and walk towards Lyris and just give him a helping hand. And is going to go ahead and cast Magic Missile. Allow me to go ahead and go over to Roll20 and cast that. One moment.
Every time, so you just see like Dry Bones' like headphones just like pop down like, hello. How you getting on over there, Laura?
I'm all good.
You've done pretty well. You've done pretty well considering you've basically tanked this entire fight. You're the one that's had like 3 people around you the entire time.
I helped.
Oh no! I'm saying like obviously we protected her, but like it's even still.
So she's Beatrix is going to move back a little bit, and she's going to go ahead and cast Magic Missile, which auto hits and does 2 damage to the creature. It's not a ton, but helping you out just a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, that is going to be. Is there anything else she would do this turn? Yeah, she would say, Doyle, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I don't even pay attention to her.
Are you touching that thing? Get away from it.
Fuck off. No. No, she doesn't. She, again, no response whatsoever.
Damn it. All right, that's the end of her turn, though. All right, so Aurora, it's your turn. You have 2 zombies on either side of you and a pulsating orb on the other.
Sorry, I just love the contrast of
Yeah.
I have nothing left other than firebolt. I'm just gonna have to firebolt.
I think we're all.
Do you run out of spell? Do you run out of spell slots?
Yeah,
I've run out of spell slots.
You can use your sorcery points. I believe you have 3 sorcery points.
I'm pretty
Really?
useful, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Then by all means, go ahead and give him hell.
Millie, I've got 6 cantrips and I've only used one of them because Eldritch Blast.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna have to firebolt.
I mean, don't forget you've got your staff as well. Your kick-ass staff, and you're in melee range.
Actually, that's very true. I'm gonna use my cast staff to do.
You know what? Be funny.
Bonk.
You know what's funny though? I think the whole time you've been rolling with disadvantage. I think remember Delilah's been giving you advantage, so it would have been just a straight roll.
No. That was from me. I think
Mine's only disadvantage on
people that attack her.
Enemies. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
good,
and
good.
my thing, bless, was to give the 1d4, but obviously that went ages ago.
All right, so
and also that Millie has she can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them either.
okay, so
Imagine a zombie charming you.
Alora wiggles hips suggestively.
Damn, that's zombie.
Zombie doing zombie things. Anyway, Alora, go ahead and if you're gonna do firebolt, go ahead and roll with disadvantage since it is a ranged attack.
Use my staff. I was gonna do a 2-handed attack with my staff, please.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit.
2d8, I think that is. Like, if I can remember.
No, roll the hit, not damage.
Oh, fuck. Wait, how do I
Wait, what are you rolling? Your staff.
Roll this hit with the staff 2-handed attack.
If it's in your so if it's in
I DM'd you the information for it.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking up at it now. D20 plus modifier plus strength bonus plus 2. Why is everything so confusing?
Okay, so do
It's
your
just
roll,
math.
and then we'll add it together.
It's just math.
I know, but
All right, so you got your 17. What's the next bit?
efficiency modifier.
I can tell you that hits. It hits. Don't you don't have to do you don't have to do more math. It's fine. Just now roll the hit with that attack. Oh, by the way, which creature are you attacking? The one on your left, or the one on your right?
I can't remember which one's the lowest. I'll just go for the one on my right.
They both look pretty rough. So,
Yeah.
all right. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Now do I roll the 2d8?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you still got 4. Still got 4.
I'm so done.
It's okay, Bunny.
Wait, 4 total for 4 damage?
Yeah, 4 damage.
Okay. So you smack the creature and this was one that was, I believe it's been scorched so many times that you basically just, instead of like doing like a fancy like spin or just attack, you basically just plunge the staff through its chest and it comes out the other side of it. And the creature around it basically starts to disintegrate. And there's now an orb in its place. All right. So now there are 4 orbs on the field as well, with one being held by Delilah. All right. Now, is that going to be the end of your turn? There's one more zombie next to you.
Yeah, I can't do anything else. Gonna have to
Okay.
smile and wave.
All right, so for these creatures, these swamp zombies, they're going to go ahead and what's it? All right. Okay. Beatrix, or not Delilah, as you're kind of investigating this orb, you kind of see like from the other one, you hear this whoom, 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 whoom. The zombie regenerates from itself from the orb, its orb form.
Oh, fuck.
Well, shit.
1 moment. All right. The other ones are, let me go ahead and keep rolling.
I swear to God, if this orb turns into like a zombie whilst I'm holding it, I'm going to be like holding it. You know, like how Shaggy holds Scooby-Doo, like Brian
Yes.
style? I'm going to be like,
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be great.
Oh.
Okay. And the other one, the one right here, dies. Disintegrates.
Cool.
All right. I believe that's all of them, right? Oh, wait, there's one. Nope, there's one more.
Uh-oh.
All right. And, all right, that's it. So the zombie, but these two are going to go. So this one's going to rush up to Delilah.
Get off my friend.
And it's going to go ahead and swipe at you.
I've got.
That is a 11 to hit.
It does not hit.
All right, so out of the corner of your eye, you can kind of see this creature, which was this dormant orb, which had basically this. You see like the flesh and like tendrils and all these like tendons and all the bone that was in it just begins to form around this orb. Imagine like like in Attack on Titan, like how the Titan basically forms around the person. It's kind of like that. The orb, the zombie forms around the orb and basically regens itself in the water and swims its way to you and makes an attack, and it misses you while you're looking at the orb. So because it was quite flashy when it regenerated, so it was pretty easy to dodge. As for Lyris,
my sister's like, Delilah, what are you doing? Why are you touching that thing? And I'm like, orb. And then the zombie just comes up out of nowhere, and I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of the way.
The claw, yeah. Lyris, we're gonna go ahead and roll. He's gonna roll a hit on you.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
That does hit, yeah.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's pretty close, but it does hit.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Charlie, as you come on, you guys trying this exact same thing again. You guys never learn. He basically just socks you right in the chest. Yeah, like instant karma as basically all the air in your stomach gets like released.
Can I just like let out a smile and be like, oh, now it's a real fight?
Yeah, and as you hear, as you just kind of like, wow, that was not pleasant. All right. Anyway. I believe, and then one more for Alora. Natural 1. So, he swings, and Alora, it's the easiest dodge of your entire life. As this creature basically you just do a quick dodge, and the creature swings and misses. Easy.
Easy clap, boys. Easy clap.
Lyris, you're up next, and Delilah, you're on deck.
Correct me. I don't actually know. Again, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what is like a bonus action. Is like a pushback with my shield, like a bit of a shove, an action or a bonus?
That would be an action.
That'd be an action. Okay, that's fine. All right. In which case, there really isn't too much I can do now that the large majority of my spell slots are gone. So I'm fully focused on this one in front of me. So yeah, I'm going to as he kind of like hits me in the stomach, I'm going to drop my shield, put 2 hands onto my longsword, and just swing directly horizontal, trying to cut this guy in half.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit.
21.
That hits. Roll damage.
13 slashing.
All right, so that is all right. So as you slash into him, you hit the exact same spot that you did last time, and it just keeps getting a deeper and deeper cut. It's kind of like if you got an accordion and like cut like 3/4 of the way through. It's like barely hanging on. It's like a part of it is like kind of like almost hanging out, like as its intestines basically are just kind of flowing out of its like central cavity. Otherwise, it is barely standing, but still there.
He's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah. How much damage did I ever put into him?
He was at full HP, and he was able to take a couple of your attacks, 2 attacks so far.
I swear, the first attack I did 11 damage. So he's taken 24 damage so far.
11 damage for the last one.
My last attack was let me check. Oh no,
because I think that was different zombie.
Oh, sorry, it was 5 on the last one, right? So he's taken 18 damage.
Yep, that sounds right.
Damn.
Okay, so go ahead now with this one. That is going to be. Is that the end of your turn, Lyris?
Yeah. There's nothing more I can do at this point.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Delilah, your turn. You're investigating an orb and you said a zombie swing at you on your right side, which you assume to be full health.
Hit him with the orb.
Smack him around the face with it. I'm not very strong though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, plus it would be an unarmed attack, which damage is like 1d4, I think.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was just joking.
Good joke, though.
Zombie makes a sound, though.
Zombie making sound. Classic zombies.
I've got no idea how much health these orbs have, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use Shocking Grasp on the orbs that I'm currently holding.
Okay.
So it's instantaneous. Lightning springs from your hands to deliver a shock. Make a melee spell attack against the target. You have
Roll the
advantage
hit.
on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal, but it's not. And then if I hit it, it's 1d8 lightning.
Yep, roll the hit.
So with it being melee, I haven't really used this spell before, I don't think.
Melee spell attack.
Yeah. My spellcasting ability is charisma, but I'm not sure.
So it would just be it'd be d20 plus strength modifier, right? And I think that's it.
Well, I don't have any strength at 0, so just be d20.
I mean, that's why I think unless a spell gives you a bonus plus something.
Nice, I got it.
So just straight d20 roll if you're doing Shocking Grasp.
Spell save DC 14.
That says that for all attacks.
For Shocking Grasp?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, what'd you say?
It shows that on all spells.
Yeah, so that's
okay,
then
that's not your roll.
then,
No,
yeah, I
it
thought
didn't hit
Shocking Grasp
anyway.
isn't in opposition. What is it?
I only got 2 because I'm.
That hits. Roll for damage.
It hits.
It's an orb. What do you think? It can't dodge.
But it's a 2.
Its armor class is 1.
I don't know. I thought maybe it got something.
It's an orb. The orb isn't gonna move. How can I say you miss a Shocking Grasp for something you're holding?
Oh,
All right. Well, I rolled a 6 lightning damage.
Imagine that,
How
like
much?
holding the orb, like.
How much damage?
A 6, and it's lightning damage.
It disintegrates in your hand.
Yes.
All
I'd
right.
rather fucking destroy the orbs than go up against another full health zombie shit.
Good thinking.
Rhea, you should like turn to the other zombie, like as you're crushing his friend's soul in his hand.
I'm gonna be making eye contact with the zombie as I'm doing it, and like
As if, like,
fucking
you're
my
next.
eyebrow at him, just been like, and yeah, like my eyes are like glowing purple, and like yeah, my lips are kind of black, and yeah, I'm just gonna basically give like this really evil kind of smirk to the zombie, just being like, oh, this was your friend, this was your friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just.
Oh.
It is a surge of energy, and this orb, it goes throughout this orb, and you can actually feel the Shocking Grasp from your left hand meet the energy on your right hand. So it's as if it goes through it, and this weakens the structure and take away so much. You're able to actually it looks like you're crushing it with your bare hands, and you basically crush the orb right in front of the zombie. And right after you say, "Oh, is that your friend?" and a single zombie tear comes from his left eye, just slowly rolling down its cheek.
If anyone asks, though, I did do it with my bare hands.
You are in a lake.
Yeah,
you are
I'm super strong. Look at me.
You are in a lake, so it could be the zombie just water on its face, or it could be a tear. You never know.
Right.
Zombies are very emotional creatures.
Yeah.
So you never know. Anyway, we have fun here. Anyways, Beatrix, it is Beatrix's turn, so she's gonna go ahead and cast. Let's go ahead and cast Acid Splash. She's gonna go ahead and move first, 10, 15, 20 feet. Lyra, she's gonna go ahead and help you out one more time, and she's gonna use Acid Splash.
Hopefully there's no splashback. Ooh.
All right, so the zombie has to make a dex save. One moment.
How dexterous? Zombies aren't dexterous. Nah.
They are very much not. You are correct. So it pretty much fails instantly. And he takes 4 damage, and which is just enough to kill it. And
Nice.
there you go. In its spot, you see another orb. Basically, you run up to, and right as you're about to go for a second strike, you see Beatrix basically just runs right up to you and casts Acid Splash. As you see this giant like spray of green acid comes out of her hands, and basically, while you've seen acid work pretty well before, this acid it basically starts melting away its skin, as you can basically just see like it starts to like basically melt, and you can see it melts enough that you can basically see the orb in its like chest or whatever. And the zombie basically just falls over, orb at its center, orb still glowing, but with the zombie basically dissolving around it.
So I'm
Did
gonna
anybody
kind of.
see me destroy the orb?
I didn't know.
What? No, she didn't destroy the orb. It's still there.
No, sorry. I meant, did anybody see me destroy the orb and actually see the zombie come back to life?
Beatrix would have seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
She would have. She. Oh hell yeah, sister.
Yes, queen.
Yes, queen.
I was
Kill those
just gonna say, by the way,
zombies.
that when I saw Beatrix use Acid Blast, I kind of like physically recoiled back a little bit and just kind of go, "Oh, I didn't know you had that in you." Remind me to not get on your bad side.
And what can I say? I'm stressed out right now, so I can use the powers. Anyway, Aurora, yours turn. If you're able to make an attack.
Laura? Bunny?
She might be AFK for a moment.
Okay, we can come back to her.
She's back.
No, you're back. You're back. All right, go ahead.
Oh, I might have gone down.
What's up? All right, go ahead and make an attack roll with whatever you'd like.
Can I poke it?
I thought that was
if you want to attack it with the staff, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
Yeah. Okay.
We just said we can work it out. Let's see the D20 probably won't be enough. So read again what Drybones sent to you. So
What's D20? What's D20?
5.
Okay.
Plus
right.
my proficiency bonus, which is 2.
So 7.
Plus what was it?
Strength modifier, I'm guessing. So whatever the
Plus
big number
1.
is.
Or plus whatever your thing is.
Plus nothing.
So
Plus
7.
0
She got 7.
does not hit.
Plus
So
2.
you basically you go and you swing, and it manages to kind of like.
It'd be 9.
Oh, is a 9?
Yeah.
Oh, then it hits. Go
What
ahead and roll
Okay.
for damage.
Because it's my proficiency bonus, strength bonus, and plus 2.
Oh, okay.
So it's D20
Go ahead.
modifier.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah. 2 seconds. Did I do a two-handed? I did.
Yes.
There we go. Oh, 3.
3 points of damage.
Yeah, she got a 2 and a nat 1.
Turns out Bunny's really good at her spells, really bad at actually doing any bonking.
All right.
Sounds like me.
So
I'm not very good at my
basically
spells either.
you rapidly spin your staff like a pretty cool monk, and you do an upper, and you basically slap the guy right on his near his clavicle, and you hit him with the staff right there as he basically kind of his body recoils as he kind of like limps to the side for a second before upstanding and getting back to the motion he was. He took damage from that, but he's still pretty weak, but he's still standing. So
I'm still standing better than I ever did.
great song.
Like a true survivor.
All right, so with Aurora, that is going to be end of your turn, correct?
Yes, that is the end of my turn. Yes,
Okay.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Zombies' turn, which is fun because I got to roll for orbs.
Don't need 2 of them left.
For this one, okay. For that one, how many orbs are on battlefield? There's only 2, right? Yeah, I have 3 on here. Oh fuck, or whatever. All right, and for this one, okay.
True survivor.
Being like a little kid. All right, so with the zombies, is gonna go ahead and attack. This is on Delilah. Delilah, that's a 15 to hit you.
Right, yeah, it hits.
Okay.
I got to make a Constitution saving throw, I think, as well to keep my concentration.
6 damage, so make a Constitution save.
It does not work.
What is it?
It is a 5.
All right, that does not work. So you lose concentration. So
Damn it! I'm sorry, Alora.
Millie no longer gets disadvantage on when people attack her.
And what, did I take 6 points of damage?
Yes. So you're pretty confident in your dodging abilities, as you haven't really gotten hit once this fight, but as you're kind of getting cocky and as you've basically killed this guy's friend right in front of him, he goes and then he basically just tackles you in the water and he starts punching you in the face while you're underwater. So this guy's basically just like,
that's nice. That's a nice guy.
So this guy's basically just like
Nice
holding you under the water and just starting to like wail on you at this point.
I feel like it's gotten a bit personal now, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I would personally wait. Oh, hang on. I can fucking. I would like to cast Hellish Rebuke.
I'm sensing some hostility as you're getting pummeled to death. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll for damage on him.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it in chat so people can see it on YouTube. So creature that damaged you. You point your finger and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded. Creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so let me go and do that. That is a 10.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Okay.
He has to take 2d10 fire damage.
Half of it.
Fire damage?
Half of it.
No, he failed it.
Yeah, so if he fails it, he takes half as much damage.
No.
Why? That doesn't make sense.
2d10 fire damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful
And he
one.
was successful.
No,
No.
If he succeeds the DC, then that's called a success. Since he failed it,
right, sorry,
that's a success on Delilah's terms, but that's not what the spell is talking about.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
It's 2d10.
Yes.
Cool, and that 1 and a 6, so 7 fire damage.
Okay. All right. So as this creature's wailing on you, while you're getting pummeled in the water, you basically lift up your finger, and the creature basically just like spits out like a bunch of black goo out of its gut, and
if that goes on my face, I'm.
I mean, it goes. Yeah, I mean, if he's facing you, so it would go like in the water in front of you, which I guess would go on you, I guess. So yeah, he basically pukes
Don't put an idea
black.
in DM's mind like that.
So he pukes black vial at you, basically.
That's fucking disgusting, and I would also like to puke back at him.
I get it. It's just two people fighting in the water and puking on each other.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's gross, Charlie. No.
I get it.
It's just, and that was. All right.
Gross.
Oh, but whose turn is it now? Damn it. It's Beatrix's turn. Fuck, that means I have to do something.
Put that ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Beatrix saw what you were trying to do with Delilah, so he's crushing the orb, so she's just going to follow suit. She's just going to make a shock and grasp attack, which I'm just not even going to roll. That basically auto hits. So that's a shock and grasp is what? How much? You really did shock and grasp? How much? What's the damage dice for that roll?
Wait, me or who are you talking to?
When you rolled the shock and grasp, do you know the damage dice?
I didn't do shock and grasp. I did hellish rebuke.
No, you did shock and grasp before. Like, remember when you crushed the orb?
I don't have. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. What did you need me to? What?
Just roll shock and grasp, and since you guys, it's the same. It's the same.
I'm so confused now. I'm really confused. I'm sorry.
All right, so.
What's going on?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just gonna
roll for shock and grasp.
I'm sorry. It was a D20 to hit. D20 to hit, and then it's 1d8 lightning damage. She hasn't got his headset on, so he can't hear me.
The face of that last gif I put in just got me.
All right, so
I'm sorry. I thought you were saying Scorching Ray.
No, it's fine. That's 6 damage for it, and she disintegrates the orb here as well. Nice. Once again, crushing it with her grasp. Is that going to be the end of your turn? Yeah, might as well. Alora, it's your turn.
Oh god.
So Laura, by your what you've seen so far, you've seen Beatrix on the corner of your eye destroy an orb. So you don't know why she's destroying the orb. You just know that she is destroying it.
Well, I mean, is there any more zombies alive? There's one next to me, right?
There's two next to you, yes, but they're just destroying orbs.
Should I join them in destroying orbs?
I don't know. Do you want to join them destroying the orbs?
I mean, why not? I mean, follow the crowd, right?
Wake up, sheeple.
The orbs are controlling our brains with 5G.
Mm.
Quick, tinfoil hat, go.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Why not?
Okay, 1 second. So that is. All right, so go ahead and roll the hit for the orb, right?
What am I hitting with?
You're. I mean, you auto hit. So, but this is how much damage you want to do. Boy, you gonna hit with a staff or something?
Your bonk stick.
Yeah. 2 seconds. Apparently, I've maxed it out of roll 20. Am I still in
the game? No, you're not in our screen now. I can roll for you if you want to keep it in the meantime.
Yeah. It's taking ages to load.
Is it your two-handed stick again? So that was 2d4, right?
I'm back.
All right, I'll lead it.
Hello, I'm back. It was a d20, I believe.
That was 2 hit though, right? Yeah, I think you said you've auto hit. You're rolling for damage.
Oh, rolling for damage. Fuck. Okay.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, which is a 2d8. 7.
7 damage. All right. So the orb that is there is going to, and that's the last orb standing, right? So all orbs have disintegrated at this point. Laura, you bring down your staff, but you bring down like the butt of the staff, and you basically you press down into it, the center of the orb, and usually while you would hit like a circular object down the center, it would start moving. This one is so coarse that you basically push down into it, and you basically crack it down the center, and you basically just to break the entire orb, it shatters into a bunch of pieces, and then eventually disintegrates.
Nice.
All right, and that is going to be all of the orbs on the battlefield are now defeated. Is that going to be the end of your? Is that going to be the end of your turn, Aurora?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's no other. Yeah. Yes. All right. I got my D4s. Okay. Then that is the zombie's turn. So zombie who is puking on Rhea and Rhea's puking on the zombie. We're gonna go ahead and roll the hit one more time. That is a 7 to hit, surprisingly. So he misses. So he goes in and he punches, but instead of punching your head, you kind of dodge your head to the left side, and he basically he hits his hand basically on the surface of the water. And then he's gonna go ahead, and that is gonna be the end of his turn. The other zombie is. That is a 5. So, Laura, you do not get hit by it either as it goes and swings with its hand. All right?
All right, let's go.
Lyris, it's your turn. With Delilah, you're up next.
Yeah. I'm sorry for my unprofessional ability. The odd GIF that I've put in the Discord just tickled me too much.
All right.
So again, I haven't seen, I've seen people destroying the orbs, but I still don't really know why. But my focus is obviously on the zombies that are alive. I've heard kind of over my right shoulder, I've been hearing this like blah 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 blah. I'm like, what's going on
yes.
over here?
Yes. It's constant exchange.
Turning around and seeing that there is still a zombie there. I don't realize that he's been come back to life from an orb. I just think, I've missed one. There's a lot of zombies on the battlefield. I've literally just come down with obviously I've just done a horizontal slice, haven't I? Rather than turning around, I'm going to kind of turn my sword around and stab behind me, almost like you're rowing a boat. Gonna stab behind me and go for a two-handed stab.
So you're 10 feet away from him, so you will need to get within range.
Okay, right. In one fell sweep, then I'm gonna sidestep to the right. There you go, and then stab behind me like a rowing boat.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the hit.
God, if I get a nat 1, I'm gonna miss and freaking stab Rhea with this.
Oh no.
24. Now my rolls are good.
All right, go ahead and roll for damage.
6 slashing, but I would probably say it's piercing on the case of I'm stabbing.
6 slashing. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go and you basically jab your sword right into like it. Basically, if you got stabbed in your armpit, it basically just goes like almost through your it goes through that area and goes very, very close to its heart. And as you can kind of feel the tink of the orb as you kind of drive your sword into it.
Oh,
it's still in there though. It's still going. It's still wailing on Delilah, despite Lyra stabbing it.
Still wailing on Delilah. I'm just imagining like.
Oh yeah, it's like constant flurry of blows or something from like a monk.
Peak throws.
Is that okay? Is that the end of your turn, Lyris?
By also pulling the sword back out of him, yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so that is Delilah. It's now your turn. You're getting pummeled into the dirt underwater.
Still throwing up like every punch is like making me throw up more.
Yes. It's a chain reaction of the mushrooms earlier.
So I'm going to use Shocking Grasp on him as well because he's like,
okay, that's a dex save, right?
Down. No, that was Hellish Rebuke. Shocking Grasp is melee spell attack.
So go ahead and roll the hit.
I got 17.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh, yeah. 4, and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Okay. All right. So you grab the zombie and you shock it with all the ability that you have in your hands right now. As you grab one of its hands as it goes down for the punch, it's still punching you, but it's looking pretty rough.
Am I taking? How much damage am I taking at this point?
Oh, the only damage you're taking is what I've told you. But
okay, yeah.
But you're not. This is just for flavor. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Delilah?
Yes, it is. I'm just gonna keep puking.
All right, Beatrix is gonna go ahead and roll to attack. Which one? What spell is she gonna use? Let me pull up real quick. Which spell? She's gonna go ahead and use Acid Splash on the creature next to Aurora, so 10, 15. Acid Splash. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Is that her saying that? Acid Splash!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she said that. One moment.
Tippity tappity tip.
That is 10 points. It says dexterity save. It failed, and that is going to be 5 points of damage on it. So that creature is now. You can see with another acid splash, once again the creature begins to disintegrate, and all that's left standing is the orb itself. So once again, Aurora, you are now free of all zombies around you for finally.
For the first time.
For the first time.
First time in forever.
All right. Otherwise, that is going to be the end of Beatrix's turn, as she was pretty helpful that turn. And Delilah, it's your turn. You're getting pummeled. Or no, it's Laura's next turn. You just went.
Yeah.
Laura, your next turn. You did not. You've seen. You saw Beatrix destroy an orb, but you still don't know why. And Lyris, neither do you. So you're in the same camp.
Oh wait, so I thought all the orbs are gone.
They are, but there's a new one right in front of you now.
Every time a zombie gets killed, a new orb appears.
Yeah, and you destroyed an orb. You destroyed an orb one time, but you still don't understand why though. It's all confusing.
I mean, I guess I'll destroy that orb.
If you want to, there's also the one that's wailing on Delilah.
How many's on Delilah?
One.
I'll just take care of the one in front of me.
One orb and one zombie. It's all right.
I've done for you.
All right, so that's an auto hit. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll whatever you.
6 health points. I didn't think so.
Go ahead and roll with whatever you like, Laura.
Yeah. Okay, 2 seconds.
Roll the stab or.
8.
All right. The orb shatters with the more weight of your staff bearing down on it. It breaks. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
All right. Zombie is going to go ahead and keep attacking Delilah, but he's going to try and make it one more. Assumably before its death. Natural 20.
That's gonna hit you, isn't it, Ray?
Wait, what?
He's hitting.
It got an natural 20 on you.
Oh, yes, it will hit. Yeah, I'm so
7
sorry.
points.
My
You took
brain-
7 points of bludgeoning damage, Rhea.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's totally whatever. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't. It's
Okay.
Cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm like, I don't know why you're getting so hot up about this. It's absolutely fine. Whatever.
Okay, it is now Dwyrus' turn. You're kind of I'll let you speak for yourself. You see Delilah getting wailed on. Kind of funny though.
Yeah, she's getting absolutely well. How's he looking?
Pretty rough.
All right. In which case, I'm gonna go for something a little bit different. So I've just pulled my sword out of him. He's still wailing on Rhea, and at this point in time, I really, really want to try and protect her. I'm just kind of gonna. So I'm gonna say something, and as I'm saying it, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be stabbing my sword into the ground, picking up my shield, and I'm gonna go. I'm sick of you undead creatures harming my friends. Get off her! And I'm just gonna basically with all my body weight just slam my shield. I am fully aware that I'm probably gonna end up falling into the water from this. But I am basically all of my weight charging a shield bash onto him to try and push him away from Delilah. And
okay, so this is considered an unarmed strike. So what you're gonna go ahead and do is it would be a D20, so plus your strength modifier, and that's it.
That is fine. So 13 plus my strength, which is 4, so 17.
All right, that hits. Go ahead and I don't.
What would you unarmed strike? I'll let you do it. So with a shield, with a shield unarmed strike, what would you like me to roll for damage?
I'm looking up unarmed strike.
It's clearly 2d100.
Yeah, 2d100, 100%.
85.
On a hit, an unarmed strike deals bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, so so simply it's not even a roll. It's just 1 plus my strength mod.
Correct.
So that's 5 damage then.
Where did
all right. You know what? You shield bash at Charlie and you dislocate its jaw, and as it falls into the water and disintegrates. And now
that was a joke.
Don't
worry.
Okay, so you got 4 and an 81. That's shit.
And then right there, that is it. And there's just an orb floating in the water now. And Delilah, you puke one last time as it's finally gone away.
Actually, I'm all right now.
I feel better now. So, there's still an orb left if you want to continue you're up next, so.
Oh, I'm up next, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to, you can get revenge, I guess.
I'm assuming that because I was kind of pinned down underneath the water, it kind of falls on me almost, so I already have contact with it. So yeah, I'm gonna Shocking Grasp is a cantrip, so I'm gonna use that again.
You go ahead.
It was a 9.
All right, that hits. Is that damage?
No, that's to hit.
Just it auto hits anyway, so go ahead and roll damage.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just 1d8. 2.
I'm just gonna skip the time because I wouldn't technically destroy it, but you know what? I'm tired, so.
I'm so mad.
You're just gonna keep using Shocking Grasp until it's dead. So I'm just gonna, eventually, one Shocking Grasp. There's 6 seconds. There's a 6-second intermission. Then you do another Shocking Grasp and it destroys it. All right, so that is gonna be while you're standing in the lake. Dwyrus, you're just watching all this happen.
Yeah.
I think he's dead.
Oh, say that again. The Discord went.
Oh,
I said I'm just going back. He's dead, and I'm just going to go back to my desk so we can continue.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so now that we're back at our individual stations, and I'm back at my powerful DM desk, you guys find that the swamp at this moment is particularly quiet and pretty much motionless. aside from, just I guess the noises of a swamp. So you could get mosquitoes and fly coming in your ear and stuff like that, and regular annoyances. But everything seems calm and generally pretty. You could continue traversing if you choose to do so.
Was the bubbling? Was the bubbling from the zombies then? So is there now no bubbling?
There's no bubbling anymore.
Okay, so that was from them breathing underwater, I guess. Or like, just being underwater. Yeah, cool. Yep. So Lyris is going to kind of brush himself off a little bit and say, well, I think we can all agree that that's not what we were expecting. Look,
maybe next time you could tell us, Beatrix or Delilah, when we actually get to bubbles in the water.
At this point, Delilah kind of like, she's still in the water, so like she's like just sat up and she is fucking covered in black, vile puke with her own puke on her, and she is soaking wet with mud all over her, and she's not happy, and she looks at Beatrix and she says, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to shut the fuck up and keep your thoughts to yourself before I fucking rip out your spine and play it like a xylophone, okay? Do not speak to me anymore. I'm fucking done.
So I kind of step in between at this point and be like, so Beatrix, you're going to be leading, and we're going to have Delilah at the back. I know we're tired, but whilst we've got a bit of daylight left, let's keep heading on our travels. We'll find somewhere away from these pools that are going to go as flashbacks to rest soon. And I'll cook us a nice mushroom breakfast again at the when we do. Sound good?
Do not. No mushrooms. No.
All right. No. 4 vegetarian meals, 1 meat meal. Understood.
I'm so done.
Okay. So you guys go and you're going to find camp once again. It's gonna be nothing particularly exciting as far as new location because it's all pretty much the same kind of landscape. There's no really landmarks until you reach the ruins. If you like to find stable ground like you did last time, or if you'd like to go out and wherever you can, decide now. So Charlie, would you like to look for another tree or?
Well, we're not going to make camp just yet. We're gonna start carrying on with our whilst there's still a little bit of light left. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing that fight didn't last 8 hours.
Yeah, it did not.
Yeah.
It's still like, I don't know. It's like pretty much like 3 o'clock because you guys only really travel for like 3.
We're going to continue traveling the same as we were before. We'll make camp. We'll make camp once we've gone another kind of 5 hours worth of walking.
Okay, so you go and continue until it gets dark, and it doesn't take that long. You get a good. Everybody, go and make a dexterity check for me, please, if you can.
Sure.
Because you're going to be traveling in difficult terrain. You're moving quickly again.
Dexterity.
Is it for check or save and throw? Check, isn't it?
Oh, nat 1 for me.
14 for me.
Okay. So it's 2 passes, 2 fails. So I'm going to consider that a pass. So You guys go and you continue, and this time you don't add an extra hour to your journey. Lyris, you fall a lot more. You fall like 5 separate times, but you basically run up and keep the distance with the group. And you guys travel until I would say, let me look at the map real quick. So when it comes to where you guys are at the moment, especially in the foreboding bogs, I would say you're like in the middle of the G of the foreboding bogs. Okay. So you're almost at the ruins. It's like about one more day's travel, especially since you guys traveled efficiently.
Cool. Awesome. But yeah, and when we get there, we'll start looking for a camp. But if you want, we can do that like we did next time. I'll start looking and start placing camp.
Yeah, good shout. So we're going to make camp and be at camp next time. So that's where we're going to go and end today's session right here. Good ending, good fight, a long fight, but it was.
GG,
I think fight. It was pretty rewarding.
That was a lot.
That was like a 2-hour engagement.
The whole episode was so nuts.
But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really love playing this game with my friends and getting the chance to share it to more people. So love my friends, love you guys watching this.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great rest of your day, whatever day you watch this on, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye everyone. Stay wholesome. Where's the uwu?
Ooh.
There we go.
All right, guys. I didn't mention this in the video, duh. But our players actually leveled up for this event. So next episode, they will actually be level 5. So I hope to see you guys next episode. See you later.
Level 5 hype.